したら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られたスターに君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Listen, we got to hug it out. All right, we got to hug it out. Listen, but respectfully, you got to protect yourselves because you know what day it is, right? You know what day it is, right? Guys, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, boys. That means your cheeks are gonna get fucking destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. It's hump day, boys. So even though we're hugging it out right now, do not get your booty hole penetrated. Boys, get in here. We gotta hug it out. We got a lot we gotta talk about, and listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Do it right now. Right now, it's not the third Monday. Stop lying about that. It's not the third Monday. It doesn't exist. If you guys are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Go grab Sonya. Go grab Tanya. They're trying to run away. They're trying to run away. And if you're watching anywhere else right now, that's impossible. And let's be real, you're probably like a little gay. You might be a little gay. You might be a little gay.
You are gay!
You know it's true. You know it's true. Guys, listen, we got to do the Big Army roll call, man. We got to see who's in the chat right now hanging out with us on this beautiful, beautiful day. It's hump day. It's a Wednesday. We got a lot we got to talk about, boys. We had a fantastic Power World stream. For some reason, there was like 160 concurrent of you watching me build a house. Why the fuck were you guys watching me build a house? I don't understand. I don't understand. For like 2 hours. For 2 hours, you're watching me build a house. That's crazy. Guys, listen, we got to do the Big Army roll call. We got a lot we got to talk about. There's a lot we got to go over. Let's make it happen, boys, and let's start calling some people out and see who's in the chat right now. Who's here? Who's got their booty hole ready for today? Let's see. Let's find out, man. We got Sleeping Nova. What's going on, Sleeping Nova? How you doing? We got Sonia Lissette. What's going on, Sonia? We got Monkey Man 04. We got Soul Reaper 2078. By the way, Sonia and Mr. Rouge, man, shout out to them. They ran a membership train over on Griffcast. It doesn't happen very often over there. But Sonia and Mr. Rouge together dropped 20 gifted memberships each. Crazy. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Fourth Wall guys here. What's going on, man? We got Monkey Man 04. We got Felsteph in the chat. What's going on, Felsteph? We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Charlie Nuclear saying Monday 3. Listen, stop lying about Monday. Stop lying about Monday. We don't like to. No. We got Felsteph in the chat. Signos in the chat. Melody Johnson's in the chat. Dark Tadave is in the chat as well. Mornblade is in the chat. What's going on, man? We got Soul Reaper 2078. We got the Fourth Wall guy. We got Dragon Commander Soda. We got Sony Forever. What's up, Sony Forever? We got Diedrich Connick. We got Hanny in the chat as well. We got Too Cool Curry. We got Matthew saying, hello, Priest. What's going on, brother? How you doing? We got Dade 404. Shout out to Dade 404. We got Black Tailgate. What's going on, Black Tailgate? We got Captain Killer Guns. What's going on, Captain Killer Guns? How are you doing? We got Charlie Nuclear again. Review Big Cheese 200. Nick Havoc 666. We got John D hugging Sonia. Look at that. Look at the love. Look at the love. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. We got Jeff Mack. We got, let me see, Kicking Donuts. We got Setsuna Shadow. She says, meh, it's content. Damn, that's amazing, man. That's what you feel about my gaming streams? You're like, meh, it's content. You know? It's whatever. Fuck me, man. Holy shit. Anyway, Bugsy in the chat. It's like, meh. You know, he's Puerto Rican. Meh. That's fine. We got Matthew again saying hello, Priest. Yeah, exactly. Like, meh, it's Hypnocast. Yeah, whatever. It's content. Bro, oh my God. If I had, bro, wow, dude. If I had merch, I swear to God, I would turn that into like a mug or a t-shirt. I swear, bro, that is an opportunity right there of a lifetime. A t-shirt that just says, meh, yeah, it's content. Bro, that would be actually hilarious, dude. That would be actually hilarious. No, I'm not gonna do it. But that would be so funny, man. Nah, it's content. Dragon in the chat. Monkey Man 04, what's going on? We got Shinphil 3737. What's going on, dude? We got Mervoth in the chat. This day is covered in the smoke of Canada. So I heard something about this, but I didn't actually look it up because I was doing more important things like playing Power World. What's going on in Canada? Did you guys did you burn yourselves or something like that? Like what's going on over there? What's going on over? Are you guys like on fire? Did hell rise in Montreal from all the consultancy studios? Or like what's going on over there? You guys all right over there? Forest fires? Oh, okay. Forest fires? All right, that's fine. It's another forest fire. All right, no problem. Typical Canada. Yeah, it's fine. Canada's burning, nature's healing. Yeah, that's fine. Ontario's on fire. Oh, shit. No, in all seriousness, any of you Canadians out there, be careful, man. Be careful. All jokes aside. Oh, I know we make fun of Canada a lot, But we got a lot of Canadian viewers who are good people in this chat, so be very careful and don't get felted by forest fires. All right, don't get felted. Who else we got? Voice of the Water. This is Sparta 9000. Got Dark Today in the chat as well. Tanya Ravens in the chat. What's going on, Tanya? We got Oliver Adams here as well. We got Beautiful Zexels here. What's going on, Beautiful Zexel? We got King of All Things Possibles here. What's going on, King of All Things Possible? We got Wrong DFK. Everybody touch the hat. We got Panther saying he's not here. So nobody say hi to him. He's not here. He doesn't exist. We got Kasami47 Crip. I'm too gangsta to watch you build a house for 2 hours. Damn. Damn, that should be on the t-shirt. I'm too gangsta to watch you build a house for 2 hours. But then, like, every Mexican you walk past is going to get very offended by that. Because they're going to think you're talking about them. Who else we got, man? Arepa. What's going on, Arepa? How you doing? We got Brew 1138. We got Light Rend. What's going on, Light Rend? Sam Fisher. What's going on, Sam? Let me see. They call a couple more people. We got Jeremy. What's going on, Jeremy? We got Blackbeard Kratos. What's going on, man? All right, 4 more people that we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. Let's go. 4 more people. What's going on Rumble? Let's check Rumble. Rumble, what are you doing? You guys alive over there on Rumble? Let me see. We got Crash Collins over there on Rumble. Life Air is over there on Rumble as well. Vovis is over there on Rumble. We got Raza over there on Rumble as well. We got Genetic Explorer over there on Rumble. Face is over there on Rumble. What's going on, man? Fluffy Murder Machine is over there on Rumble. And last but not least, we got, let me see, Scooby Pup's over there on Rumble. Shout out to Scooby Pup. How you doing? We got Griffin of Might over there on Rumble as well. And we got, let me see. Any new names? Let me see. New names. Hey, Sonia's over there on Rumble. It's not a new name, but she's still over there on Rumble. And Black Tailgate's over there on Rumble as well. Holy shit. Shout out to Black Tailgate. And Formats over there on Rumble as well. All right, boys, listen. We got to send somebody to HR, man. You guys have been naughty as fuck. You guys have been naughty as fuck, man. Some of you have just been absolutely naughty. All right, you've been naughty. So it's time to sacrifice a fellow Bigot Army member, and let's send them to the HR meeting to get their cheeks clapped. Let's send them right now to get their cheeks destroyed at the HR meeting. Who's gonna go? Soul Reaper says booty hole protected by Kaozoku Sentai Gokaigers. Joker Extreme Memory Break against Uno Reverse to go down by 5 people. Damn, let's go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, brother. You know, I swear to God, don't make me do it. Don't make me do. I will stop doing the HR meeting, just like I stopped the money shot. And I swear to God, I'll make it something DSP related. I'll make it something that nobody's gonna want. Nobody's gonna want. That's the whole point. I've been a bad girl. What are you talking about? You're supposed to want to not go to the HR meeting. Oh my God, Melody, just go, Melody. Melody, go.
Please, I beg you, don't do this. I didn't mean it.
Sit your bigot butt down in the chair so we can tell you how racist you are, you disgusting chud.
Jesus Christ, man. What the hell is going on? You're not supposed to want to go to the HR meeting. Come on, people. How do we not know this by now? Anyway, all right, boys. Listen, guys, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, we got to talk about PlayStation because, well, you know, we're just going to, right? PlayStation, couple things I want to go over. Number one, PlayStation got felted. They had to delay their Flex Strike wireless fight stick. You know, ironically, that fight stick that they decided to break their silence with. Remember how they were silent for like 6 days? And they decided, like, everybody was wondering what they were going to say after the physical media thing. And they decided to just post about their fight stick, like, hey, give us money. Well, ironically, now they've been forced to delay the fight stick indefinitely. There's no time period of when they're going to be releasing it, which I just find to be extremely funny. I find that to be extremely funny. Hey, maybe they're going with a digital fight stick. maybe they're going with a digital fight stick. Who really knows? Maybe they don't want to do a physical fight stick anymore. But we're going to talk about that and more because we got a couple of stories we want to kind of go over about PlayStation and also about how there are some shills out there that, boys, they're basically copying and pasting the same comment. I'm not even kidding, boys. The bots are out in full force over on X in defense of PlayStation, where they are literally copy and pasting the same exact comment over and over and over and over again. They're copy and pasting the same exact shit over and over and over to try to demoralize you into making you think that you have no voice. That's essentially what's happening here. So we're going to go over that as well. And I also got some comments from Sean Layden that I want to go over as well that I found to be very interesting. We also got an Assassin's Creed Black Flag story that I want to go over because similar to how PlayStation bots are trying to demoralize you, there are people out there that are also trying to demoralize you regarding video games like Black Flag by trying to use it to justify the digital media transition, right? Because they're basically saying that Black Flag sold over $1 million in DLC. Part of that day one DLC, that $85 day one DLC, it sold over $1 million of it, and that somehow justifies everything Sony's doing. I don't know, man. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's the weirdest thing. So we're gonna talk about that. We gotta talk about Game Pass. Got to talk about Xbox and Game Pass because Xbox just recently, actually, they didn't even announce it. They didn't even announce it. People just kind of like found out. But Game Pass, there was a video game that was supposed to be coming to Game Pass that people were looking forward to. And apparently they canceled it. It's not going to be coming to Game Pass anymore. I feel like this is going to be the start of kind of what's going to happen with Game Pass. I think it's only a matter of time before Game Pass turns into essentially what PS Plus is. You know, the whole thing about day one video games, I think it's going to slowly but surely start to dwindle unless it's like one of their first party exclusives. But we're going to talk about what that game is and what's happening. We got some Obsidian news we got to go over. We got id Software news we got to go over. We also got the Helldivers 2 studio QA manager basically saying that Ubisoft and Embracer leadership should be in prison. I figured that would be an interesting story. We got some Dying Light the Beast news. Not good news, unfortunately, for the people that might be looking forward to it on other consoles. And we got Modern Warfare. We got over 2 minutes of brand new gameplay for Modern Warfare. And everybody's trying to pretend as if this is the greatest thing they've ever seen, just like every other Call of Duty that released prior to this, where they pretend like it's the greatest thing that they've ever seen. This cycle with Call of Duty is honestly fucking pathetic. And it kind of just goes back to like what we were talking about with gun and ball gamers. But anyway, we'll go over all that. Yay, more Call of Duty. And we're going to get to that marathon story. We didn't get to the marathon story yesterday, so we're going to get to the marathon story today. But it's even better now. It's even better now, ladies and gentlemen, because Marathon, they're so desperate to get people back. They're actually trying to plan like a community event. The players that are left playing Marathon are desperately trying to plan something that's going to run for like 7 days. Brother, they're calling it the Marathon Revival Week. Guys, Marathon went free to play for an entire week. And it didn't revive the game. In all actuality, they lost half of their maximum player base prior to going free to play. How the fuck are you going to call this the Marathon Revival Week when Marathon being free didn't even revive the game? Like, what are we doing? What? It just should be more like the Marathon Funeral Week. The fuck? What are we doing? Yeah, exactly. It's dead. It's dead. Move on. Anyway. We're going to talk about that and more, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot going on today, boys. There's going to be no gaming stream tonight. I'm going to be taking off from the gaming streams tonight. Just going to take 1 day off for the week regarding the gaming streams. So we're packed out on Hypnocast, boys. We're going to make sure it's a good one. So strap the fuck in. It's hump day, ladies and gentlemen. We got to have a good time. And we got to do a membership train, pre-stream legends. I'll unleash the TTS. I will unleash the TTS after the membership train. I see a lot of gray. Why is there so much gray in here? You know why there's so much gray? Because we've gotten so many new subscribers. So many new subscribers that they're all gray. They're all gay. Gay and gray. Guys, Kubi Connor said, did you hear about Sony making a stable coin to replace real money for purchasing their video games? Brother, I literally conspiratized that. Is that even a word? Conspiratized that when I covered the Crunchyroll story. I said that it's only a matter of time, and I know it sounds crazy, but if they're willing to do it with Crunchyroll, they're going to do it. They're going to do it with PlayStation. I would not be surprised, boys. I would not be surprised. Here, you want to go one step crazier? I would not be surprised if Sony ends up doing a battle pass for their store. Meaning how in order to progress your battle pass or in order to buy things from your battle pass, you have to pay real world money for fake money. I would guarantee you that that's going to happen. I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee you that they're going to end up making you pay for fake money so that if they ever have to refund you, all they do is refund you the fake money and not the actual real money. It's a loophole that's coming, boys. Anyway, get on the train. Let's go.
Ladies
it's crazy out there.
All aboard.
It's crazy out there, boys. Let's fucking go. Light it up. There's great people in the chat. Let's go.
Lights up, first spark, first flame, name after name, rushing down.
Let's go.
Midnight code, Hypnocast alive, every little badge like a battle cry. I see the counter climbing.
Crash Collins gifted 5 memberships over on Rumble. Let's go. The Ovis gifted a membership over on Rumble. Let's fucking go. Black Tailgate with a membership. Thank you, sir. 16-bit dude with 5 memberships. Thank you, my man. Legendary Ron DFK. Ron DFK with a membership. Let's go. Xavier with a membership. Let's go. This is crazy. Holy shit. Dragon Knight with a membership over on Rumble. Let's go. Damn. Damn. Choo choo, motherfuckers. And Secret Final Boss just snuck one in at the very last second. Let's go, man. Shout out to Secret Final Boss. Thank you for that. Wait, what? LOL, bro. I hate that I love this song. Embrace it. Embrace it, sir. Embrace that you love the song. Okay? All right? There's a lot of people. Listen, like, it's easier if you just let it happen. It's easier if you just let it happen. Don't resist. Don't resist. Shout out to Jordan, man. Thank you, brother. All right, man. Listen, holy shit, man. Wait, there was another one snuck in by Xavier. Look at this, man. Golden Sun profile picture, like an absolute boss. Every time I bring up his profile picture, I got to mention it. One of the greatest games ever. I literally want to get Golden Sun again just to have it. Just to have it, man. Xavier, thank you for the membership, brother. I appreciate that. Sigdo says he's got dodge level 100. This man cannot get a membership to save his life. He cannot get a membership to save his life, man. Holy shit, boys. He cannot get one to save his life. God help him. He's trying. He's trying. Tanya Raven with a 5 membership. All right, I'll call it back out, Tanya. Give me a second. Let me go back up because we got some TTS chats to go over. Thankfully, it's not a lot. Hopefully, it's not Sailor Moon gay shit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. Here we go. The narrator's talking.
PlayStation thinks Ubisoft owns Chuds. New Modern Warfare gameplay incoming with Nautic body pillows when. Find out on Hypnocast tonight.
Shout out to DJ Connor. Thank you for the 5.
I spotted an albino Dalmatian today. It was the least I could do. A farmer got arrested for feeding explosives to a cow. The police said it was abominable.
What?
I am the pretty guardian
Thank you for the 20.
who fights for love and for justice. I am Sailor Hypno. And now in
Bro.
the name of the moon, I'll punish you.
Bro, I literally just said there's no Sailor Moon super. Come on, man. Come on. You know, like on Griffcast, I don't think we got like any Sailor Moon super chats. We didn't get any Sailor Moon super chats, and then like this is the 3rd one of the night, and we're already there. We're already there, and of course it's got to be a Dare Soto. Of course. Why am I honestly not surprised? Why am I not at this point? Like, I'm surprised Yamato.
YouTube keeps messing up my super chats.
Oh shit.
I really want to moisturize.
Hey yo, you really want to what? You really want to what? Tanya, thank you for the 5. You really want to what? Damn. I'm surprised Yamato has an AI to be a Sailor Moon yet. I'm not. Oh my god, bro. Yo, what's worse, this guy or Sailor Moon jokes? Honestly, I think the Sailor Moon jokes are worse. I think they're worse. I think they're worse. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But That doesn't mean that Adair Soto's Chewbacca is any better. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. Chewbacca speaking facts? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not speaking facts whatsoever. You don't even know what he's saying. How can you say he's speaking facts? You don't even know what he fucking said. Anyway, all right. Guys, let's go over memberships. Super Sippin' Red, Black Tailgate, thank you again, brother, for the membership. I appreciate it. And then we got 16-Bit Dude dropping the first 5 membership banger of the stream.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
And considering that's the first one of the stream,
At
you already
Phyllis celebrates 13 months of
don't
membership.
do it. Don't fucking
Sailor Moon indubitably.
You son of... You already know what that means. I hate that word.
走り出そう鳥に影さくだと進むから揺れるから明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Jesus, man. Shout out to 16 motherfucking Bit Dude dropping a legendary 5 membership banger. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you for the support. Summoning Kiryu is always a good thing. Ron DFK dropping a membership
Will
as
Hypnotic
well.
play Sandland? Will Fate Wizard get pregnant? Find out tonight on Hypnocast.
The narrator has spoken twice. Since when? Since when does that happen? Tanya, thank you for the 5. Since when does that happen? Holy shit, man. It's insane. But Ron DFK, thank you for the membership. Ignore this guy. Ignore this guy. He's not talking. He's not talking. Xavier! Thank you for the membership. I appreciate that, brother. Shout out to Xavier. Secret Final Boss. Shut up, Chewie. Nobody knows what you're saying. Nobody knows what you're saying. Secret Final Boss with the membership. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. And then we got Xavier with another membership. Shut up, Chewie. Why is it still going? What the fuck? Xavier. Oh, whoa.
Control, we've had a minor weapon malfunction.
What the fuck was that? That got dark real quick.
Indubitably drinking water keeps your throat moist. Stay
What?
hydrated, fellow bigots. Why was the printer dancing? The paper was jamming.
I don't even know anymore, bro. I don't even, like, I really don't even know anymore. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I think Adair Soto wants to be your merch manager. Thoughtful face emoji.
I don't have merch to manage. And if I did, I wouldn't fucking give it to Chewbacca. Why would I do that for? But thank you. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. Tanya Raven with the 5 membership banger.
More
Jesus.
Memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Tanya Raven dropping those 5 memberships. I appreciate that. And then thank you again for the 5 as the narrator. Adair Soto with another 10. Frozen Dark with the 5 banger. Ron DFK with the 5 banger. Secret Final Boss with the 2.
Place and land hypnotic. Place and land hypnotic. Place and land hypnotic. Place and land hypnotic.
I read the manga. I don't have to. Oh my god. Oh my god. I read the manga, Tanya. Thank you for the 5. Adair. Seriously. Put this creature out of its misery. Put it out of its misery. It's already like we're past the point. We're past the point. Just put it out of its misery. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. The game is fun. Yeah, I'm sure the game is fun. I'm sure. But I read the manga, so it's fine. I don't feel like, I don't know. There's so many games out right now. It's not like I'm totally not obsessed with Power World or anything. But, yeah. Let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, what do we got? I saw Rumble doing some stuff. What's Rumble doing, man? We got Crash Collins gifting a membership. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that, Crash Collins. And let me scroll down.
Tune
we got
in
Dietrich
later
Connick with a
to watch
membership.
Hippo's Pal World Love Shack go up in flames.
What? Listen, if you try to burn my house, I'm burning your entire family lineage. All right? It's not, that's not like up for debate. I spent a lot of time building that fucking house. All right? All right? Dietrich Connick, thank you for the membership. James Up, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Crash Collins with the 5 memberships. Let's go.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Okay, Hypna, how about this? I am the pretty guardian who fights for love and for justice. I am Hypna Moon, and now in the name of the moon, I'll punish you.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. I hate you. Viovis with a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, Viovis. And then Dragon Knight with a membership over on Rumble as well.
Sailor
Thank you,
Moon
my
get
man.
Kicked out of the laundromat because she kept saying, "In the name of the moon, I'll tide you."
So it's bad enough. Okay, so here's what I got to deal with on a daily basis, all right? I got to deal with Chewbacca. I got to deal with dad jokes, which is pretty bad. I got to deal with terrible singing of just awful songs. I got to deal with TTS Felting on the regular. I got to deal with Wizard and Leon like mega gay jokes. Like what else? What else are we gonna add? What else are we gonna add to this? What else we're gonna add to this? Seriously, this is crazy, bro. Unbelievable. You guys wait all day to do this shit? 7 days a week? God damn it, man. All right, anyway. Guys, I think that catches up on everything. Yeah, that catches up, boys. We're going to do gifted games. Let's do gifted games, and then we're going to get into the content, boys. We got a lot we got to go over. Let's make it happen. Gifted video games. We don't play games here. Let's see. Gifted video games. What do we got? I'm sure one of them is like a food game. It's got to be a food game. I'm sure. All right, here we go. Let's see. The fuck? Why didn't that work? What the fuck?
You and fake wizard love interest, that's about it.
There we go. Why didn't this work? What's going on here? Oh, here we go. All right. Grey Ghost. Grey Ghost says, choo choo, motherfucker. You kind of gay as fuck, boy. Sailor Moonotic. You know what's bad about this? Grey Ghost, what's bad about this is that Moonotic actually sounds pretty cool. Number one, which I really hate the fact that it sounds pretty cool. And number two, the unfortunate thing is that Moonotic, I know you meant for moon. But the problem is that it says moo. Like when you say it, it says moo. So Moonotic, like next thing you know, I'm going to be a fucking cow dressed up in a Sailor Moon outfit. Because that's how it sounds. That's how it sounds. So now they're gonna put me in a cow outfit with a short skirt on. There's gonna be cow emojis in the chat. I guarantee. Oh, there already is cow emojis in the chat. New lore? No. Fuck. No. That's not new lore. I'm just explaining that. I found my moo. Oh my god, bro. What do you mean I found my moo? No, bro. Stop. Holy shit. Anyway, Grey Ghost gifted Dench Attack, which people in the chat are saying is a good game. Flip, Trick, and Grind. Hey, yo. You're trained in a fast-paced, off-the-rails ride through a colorful Japanese dystopia. Outmatch rival gangs, wreck a shady megacorp, and take back the tracks with nothing but skill, speed, and style. Let's go. That sounds pretty cool. Kind of sounds like Jet Set Radio a little bit. Appreciate that, Grey Ghost. Thank you for that. Guys, I'm really looking for, like... I'm really looking for, like...
Gerbil, this is now your life hypnotic.
Frozen, thank you for the 5. I really thought something was wrong with my computer for a second. Thank you, Adair Soto, for the 2. I'm looking for, like, faster video games. Something like just quick, fun experiences. If you guys have any recommendations, I'm always down to listen. And no, I'm not talking about like a 30-minute goon session.
His moo, now Hypno found his moo.
Oh my god, don't ever compare me to that man. Don't compare me to that man. Thank you for the 2. I'm not talking about 30-minute goon sessions, all right? I'm talking about, like, you know, just fun, like 10-hour or less games. That's what I'm looking for, you know? Boys, Doombanger says, hey, Hypnotic, since you're tired of all the foodie games, how about some female elf? You gotta send us a sheep, my guy. You gotta send us a sheep. You not gay as fuck, boy. But you goon as fuck, boy. Send this to sheep, my boy. You gay. There you go. There you go. That's what's gotta be. Thank you, Doombanger69. Appreciate that, man. You're a legend. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's continue real quick. I think that's all the gifted games. Yep, that's the gifted games. Let's how many foodie games does Hypno have in his library? Little to zero. I don't think I accepted any of them. I might have accepted 1 or 2 by accident, but I don't remember if I did. The classic TMNT games are about 30 minutes. Yeah, like that would be good. I don't know. I kind of want to play faster games for right now. You know? Hypno's finally found his... Come on, bro. Come on. All right, guys, let's get to the topics, man. I think we're caught up everywhere. Let me just check Rumble again real quick. But I think we're good. I'm pretty sure we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, I'm pausing TTS. You guys have had quite a great time. Let's relax a little. Let's relax your booty holes a little. And, you know, I'll make sure to resume TTS after each topic so that you guys can get your feltings out. First, I want to talk about Marathon. Yeah, I know, a little, right? A little. I want to talk about Marathon, all right? Because this is going to be something I wanted to talk about yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to. Declining foodie games should be outlawed by Trump? No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. What's Marathon? Yeah, a lot of people say that. Guys, give me a second. Let me drink some water. Hold on. A lot of people say that. A lot of people are like, what's Marathon? That's still alive? Yeah, it's still alive, unfortunately. Guys, we got to talk about Marathon. Yes, good old Sony and Bungie's and PlayStations, or mainly just Sony and Bungie. We got to talk about Marathon because Marathon is going through a very interesting phase right now. And it is a phase that has been brought on not only by its player base, to be honest with you, but obviously Bungie and Sony and how they decided to abandon Destiny in favor of Marathon. Now, before we go into the numbers for Marathon, because ultimately everybody knows that the numbers are bad, right? Like, I'm not telling you anything new by telling you that the numbers are awful, okay? We're talking like 6,000 concurrent players type of awful. But with the numbers being awful, I do find it interesting what the community is trying to do to bring the game back to life, apparently. So apparently there are some players that are organizing a community event, and they're calling this event the Marathon Revival Week. Now, the reason why I find this to be actually hilarious is, number one, it's going to last 7 days. It's going to take place from July 21st to July 28th, so we got to make sure that we check out the numbers for the game at that time. But number two, Marathon has already tried to do their own Revival Week, right? They already tried to revive the video game in 7 days by making it free to play when Season 2 dropped And that did absolutely nothing for the game. If anything, Marathon was averaging about 11,000 to 12,000 concurrent players before the free week happened, and then Season 2 dropped, everything got wiped, and then people were pissed. So it got an influx of players. I think it jumped to like 40,000 concurrent players. But then the moment the 7 days were over, Marathon has now fallen to a measly 6,500 players within a 24-hour period. It's actually half of what it was before the game tried to go free to play for 7 days. So how exactly is this going to revive the game? I'm not sure. But we're going to go over their ideas anyway to see what they got. So it says the idea is simple. Invite a friend to try the game. Help new players get started and leave a review if you enjoy the game. The community hopes these small actions will help bring more players to Marathon. The organizers say this isn't because the game is dead. They see it as a community-driven effort to grow the player base and give the game a boost. Don't laugh. Wait. I gotta read this. Wait, first off, hold on. The game is not free to play, bro. So you mean to tell me that you're trying to convince people to spend money on this game in order to try the game and then leave a review if they liked it? Bro, all you're trying to do is bait people into being unable to refund the game. You're begging people to buy the game, to play the game, and you're probably going to try to convince them to play the game for longer than 2 hours. So when they try to refund the game after they realize that it's trash, like how exactly is this going to happen? Marathon Revival Week. This is not because the game is dead, it's to boost our current numbers and thrive. Bungie created something truly special, and we all know it. I mean, do you really know it, though? Do you honestly really know it, though? Because let's be real, man. The game and the performance that you have right now, the amount of money that was spent on Marathon versus the kind of performance that the game is getting right now, if you were any other video game, if you were any other studio that was a live service video game, you would have already been shut down by now. Or you would have went free to play by now. One of the two would have happened. If not, essentially just a full shutdown. One of the two would have happened. Like 6,500 concurrent players on Steam. That does not support a developer team of like 30 people, let alone a developer team of reportedly 500 people left. You guys got 500 people working over at Bungie. How the hell is this video game supporting all 500 of you? It's not. It's not. They're pulling an Xbox, right? Where Xbox was subsidizing all their failures with the money from Minecraft. Same exact thing. Sony is taking their wins with their live service video games that are actually a win, or the money that they make from third-party live service video games like 2K games and Grand Theft Auto and all that stuff. They take 30% from all of that. They're using that money to subsidize studios like this. They're using that money to make up for the failures like video games like this. Otherwise, you guys would be dead by now. And we all know it. We all know that's to be true. But anyway, so here's what they're saying. One more runner challenge. Invite one friend, only one. Not several, not your entire gaming group. One is more realistic and definitely impactful if you show them the ropes. Buy them the game if you have to. I've done this twice. Jesus fucking, look at this. The desperation. When nobody else will buy your game, well, let's just buy the game multiple times and give it to people. This is how freaking desperate they are, boys. Do you know a streamer? Ask them for help. People follow streamers and influencers. Guys, are we not guys, seriously, time out, stop. Don't laugh. Are we not aware that Marathon was shilled for by some of the biggest streamers in the world? Did we just suddenly forget that? Did we just suddenly forget that the Burnt Peanut was basically attacking people in his chat because they were making fun of him playing Marathon? Like, are we gonna pretend like all the major streamers didn't play Marathon? Like Tim the Tap Man playing Marathon? Everybody try to convince you that Marathon was the greatest thing ever, and you don't understand unless you play the game, and that you don't realize what you're missing out on. Guess what? None of them are playing that now. You know what? You know what the Burnt Peanut's playing now? Power World. He's playing Power World. And before that, they all ran to Arc Raiders. They ran back to Arc Raiders again. So again, all these people who are like shilling for Marathon, almost every single one of them have left Marathon. I don't know of a single one that is still around playing Marathon, because ultimately at the end of the day, these big streamers, they're going to go where the views are. And the views are not with Marathon because nobody's playing it and nobody wants to watch people play it. That's just the truth, man. What's the Twitch stats? Let's look at the Twitch stats. Brother, 1,000 to 1,500 people watching in a 24-hour period. That's it. At an all-time peak 15 months ago of 518,000. Now you only got about 1,000 to 1,500. What's Power World at? Power World, what are you at? 95,000 to 122,000. Power World didn't even have that high of an all-time peak 2.5 years ago. Nowhere near as high as Marathon did. Marathon had a higher all-time concurrent peak and now has a lesser concurrent viewership. Again, guys, I just want to be real with you. It's pretty obvious that these people want you to forget what happened. They want you to forget that this game had all the support that it possibly could have hoped for. Right? There is no better situation than what Bungie was in terms of like all the amount of support they had, the amount of money that got thrown at this game, the amount of support Sony gave this game, the amount of support that the paid for streamers gave the game. This game got everything imaginable and it still failed. Just like Marathon. Marathon got a promotion as the last video game at the Game Awards. That's massive. That's worth millions. That's honestly worth millions. And it got that promotion and it was free to play and it still died. So these games that are being forced on people that people could smell from a mile away as being forced garbage, yeah, they're not surviving because you cannot beat organic, real reactions to video games with inorganic pushing. Inorganic pushing will only go so far, but the game has to stand on its own. And if the game can't stand on its own, the inorganic pushing is not going to go very far. High guard. Yeah, high guard. Sorry. What did I say? I don't know. I forget these games half the time. Yeah, high guard, not whatever I said. Regardless, you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, exactly. DOA on release. So it says, people follow streamers and influencers. It may only take one to truly make the difference, right? If that was the case, you had the biggest fucking streamer right now in the world. Again, you can say what you want to say about the Burt Peanut. I don't watch him. I just know that his numbers are astronomically high. People say that he view bots. I don't care. I'm just telling you what the numbers are. This guy was on YouTube the other night playing Power World to supposedly 70,000 concurrent viewers. Again, you had one of the biggest streamers available literally shilling for this game and nobody bought it. Nobody fell for it. So who exactly are you going to try to go to? Who exactly are you trying to recruit to try to save this game? How exactly is this going to all work out for you? I don't know what the game plan is here. I really want to know what the game plan is. Anyway, shift the culture for a week. Oh, this should be good. Use proximity chat to be friendly and help newcomers. Hop into a LFG Discord and help guide folks. No rook killing unless they shoot at you. Take someone on their first compiler or cryo run. Post content and clips with a unified hashtag. Maybe hashtag Marathon Revival Week or hashtag Marathon Lips. I'm sorry. Wait. Time out. Hold on. So at the beginning of this comment, you said that it's not about the game being dead. This is not because the game is dead. And then you recommend a hashtag that says Marathon Lives, implying that it's right now dead. Are we serious? Right? This gotta be a troll, bro. Are we serious? There's no way, right? Like, do you realize your implication there? Oh my God, man. The truth always comes out at some point. Marathon Lives. Hashtag Marathon Lives. Review elevation. Pump the already positive reviews even higher. Have you not left a review? This bullet point is for you. Have another idea? Comment and share. Happy smiley face emoji. Again, guys, what are we doing, right? What are we doing? Listen, the Marathon team broke their silence, all right? It has to be a troll. Well, this isn't a troll. The Marathon team broke their silence. They started speaking recently. They've been silent for a while. They posted this yesterday, which is why I wanted to go over it yesterday, where it says, hey, everyone, we know we've been a little quiet out here, but as we get closer to the mid-season 2 update, we wanted to take a chance to get the ball rolling again. Later this week, we'll be sharing a blog covering some of the mid-season 2 updates, including balance changes, details on Vault Breaker, a few much-needed weapon adjustments, and details on a buff to Cradle progression. This blog is just a preview, and we'll have the full list of patch notes this morning of July 21st. But in the meantime, our ears on the ground. We want to know what you're feeling. What's on your mind? Listen, I don't mind this. All right. I don't mind this. But my problem with this is that they're only going to listen to the comments that basically give them the information at the softest way possible. They're going to completely ignore all the other comments that are a little bit more aggressive. They're going to basically chalk it up to people trolling or whatever the case would be. That's what they're going to do. And then they're going to only supposedly focus on the more polite ones, right? Tebow says, yo, how much did you pay this guy? Referencing the ex-marathon director, they got a settlement against Bungie for a $200 million wrongful lawsuit. I made these for you. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being so thorough. Bring back Sponsored Survival. What was your favorite thing about it? So, again, I don't mind them reaching out to people. I really don't. But realistically, it is too late. Like, I see you guys saying that in the chat. It is too late. It's too little too late. At this point, you guys had every opportunity to try to turn the ship around. You had every opportunity to listen to people back when you got the first backlash. Because, again, this is not the first time they've gotten backlash. You guys got backlash literally months before you released the game, which is why you delayed the game. And then you worked on the game. Almost nothing changed. And then you released the game again. What you were really waiting for was to settle things legally with the artists that you stole from. That's what you were trying to do. And then once you finally, you basically use that time to work on some little things in the game, but all the major issues with the game, you really didn't do anything with it. So it's just realistically it's too late, man. It's too late. People have moved on. That's the problem when you chase trends, right? When you're a Bungie and you're not setting the trends anymore, you're chasing trends, you're going to fall under the same issue as other people that chase trends, where by the time you get to the trend, you got a very small window to really lock it in. And if you don't lock it in, it's over. It's over. There's nothing you can do about it. People are going to move on. And you're going to end up having to move on too. It's unbelievable that an extraction shooter is going to be what kills Bungie. But we all know that that's probably going to be the case. At the very least, they may get lucky if Sony wants to subsidize them, which they are. They might be able to work on and release one more video game. But if that game does not hit, they are in trouble. And I don't really think they're going to end up doing a Destiny 3, to be honest with you. So, they're going to be in big trouble. But that's basically it, boys. Marathon is, they broke their silence. They're begging for help. They got their own little bit of fans. They're trying to do this community event or whatever the hell this is. And honestly, this is the funniest shit that I've ever seen. Demeon says, a revival event for a game that's not even 6 months old, just throwing the damn towel. Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. Bro, you're acting like this game is years old. This game is 6 months old, man. This game is 6 months old. I can't help but just find it to be hilarious. But that's basically it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Marathon story. RIP to them. It is what it is. Let me resume TTS. Here we go. What do you guys got to say? Saw a couple of chats come in.
You made your own law, Sailor Moonotic.
Oh my God. I shouldn't have resumed it.
What do you call a race to Concord? A marathon? They should ask the players to gift the game to their invite. Lol, imagine paying twice for marathon.
So they just admitted that they did. One of the guys did. They admitted they did that. So I don't know. I guess they're. Bro, hold on.
Bundle should have asked Burnt, Peanut, and Shroud for more shilling. Buggy shilling mechanics, dude. Ack, ack, ack. Clap.
Bro, look at the name of this. Look at the name of this account.
Jason Alatorre 50 celebrates 28
Look at the name of this
membership.
account, bro.
OMG. My streams are more entertaining than Marathon. Don't sever.
What have we done? Where have we been? Why are we here? Who am I? Who are you?
Who are we supposed to be? Who are you telling me to be? Me.
Oh my God, dude. Why? Like,
wait, you were the Goose and Beaver's child all along.
What did I do to deserve this? Tanya, thank you for the 10. Jason, thank you for 28 months. It's a long time. That's a long time. Thank you, sir. Odin Dark, thank you for the 5. Speedy Cake. Can you just kill Chewie already? Kill him. It's fine. Just let it go. Let it go. Come on. Come on. No. No. Felted? Oh, no. Oh, no. He got felted. Oh, no. This CTS shit has escalated. You think? You think? I think it's escalated quite a bit. Yes, I do. I do. Thank you, Speedy K, for the 10. Appreciate it. For what? Congratulations for what? Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. Let me go over to Rumble really quick. Rumble, what do we got? Let's check. Rumble, what are you doing, Rumble? Let's see. Rumble, I think, is asleep. All right, that's fine. All right, guys, let's continue. The zoo is in session. Well, that's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. Boys, let me pause CTS really quick. Guys, we got to talk about Modern Warfare 4. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the shills are unbelievably happy, boys. They're happy. They're like, this is the greatest thing ever. Guys, you know what I find so funny about all this? Every single time a new Call of Duty comes out, it's always the greatest thing ever. It's always, oh my God, you've never seen anything like this. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Wow, look at what they did. Look at what they changed. They added a bunch of stuff that's been in other FPSs finally. Wow. Wow, this is amazing. Modern Warfare 4 released another 2 minutes and 25 seconds of gameplay that we have not seen yet. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I haven't seen it yet. So I wanted to check it out and see what we got going on. But realistically, I'm just expecting more Call of Duty. That's what I'm expecting. And don't you find it really interesting how Call of Duty is getting pushed so hard right now, considering the fight against the physical media aspect of things, where they're just like constantly bringing up the most normie video games ever? Like Call of Duty, man. Hey, guys, remember that Call of Duty? I know you guys like that Call of Duty. Anyway, let's check it out and see what they got. Here we go. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Brand new gameplay. So, really quick, just to kind of like catch up on something. So, the depth of field has been changed. They made depth of field a lot better, you know. That's number one. Number two, they essentially they're completely changing Bloom, right? Where they're going to have gameplay without Bloom, which is going to severely increase the hipfire accuracy, which should be pretty interesting. I think the gameplay without Bloom, it's probably going to be one of the biggest changes overall for Call of Duty, because everybody knows like Call of Duty just aim down sights as quick as possible, unless you're playing with a shotgun and you go with hip fire accuracy, but otherwise it's ADS. This might change that meta a little bit. So I'd be curious to see how that feels, but other than that, everything else is just like standard, bro. Like changing, you can see the before and after, with the way that the depth of field acted before and the way that it's going to act now. It's a pretty decent difference depending on the kind of weapon you're using. You got cornering mechanics. Honestly, it's kind of sad because like there was a time, man, when I was much younger, you know, playing a bunch of the better Call of Duties, You know, Modern Warfare 2 is probably my favorite when it comes to like multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2 is probably my favorite. I always mention like when I would run around with the dual 1887 fucking shotguns, and it was just absolute madness. So is that it? Not yet. It's almost done. But realistically, like I feel like in today's world, there's so many games that offer so many different things that Call of Duty has overall just lost its charm, especially since they've tried to do so many different things that their identity has slowly but surely been lost. Not completely, but for the most part, at least like Battlefield still has that like grand scope identity that's always been with them. Call of Duty, not so much. Call of Duty has tried to do a little bit of everything, and you know, they obviously got made fun of big time for their microtransactions and skins and stuff like that. But the funny thing is, they didn't even take that serious. They didn't even take the conversation around that seriously until Battlefield 6 forced them to take that conversation seriously. That's the funny thing about that. Because Call of Duty, they flat out said that, you know, for them it works and that's what they want to do with their game. That's what they said initially. And they also said that they're not worried about Battlefield 6. That was before Battlefield 6 came out. And then Battlefield 6 came out and completely rocked their world. And then all of a sudden, like months later, they're like, yeah, so in our upcoming Call of Duty game, we're gonna keep it grounded. we're gonna keep it grounded, you know? So I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny overall. I mean, does this gun gameplay look good? Yeah, like of course it does. Of course it does. Like I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. But realistically, you know and I know that the moment you boot up multiplayer, within a week, it's gonna feel like every other Call of Duty. Honestly, like we all know that's true. We all know that's true. So at this point, it's like, why do I even care? I just don't. There's so many other better video games. Like, even though they definitely affected the gun gameplay, I am most interested in the hipfire accuracy changes. I think that is probably the most interesting thing out of all of this. Everything else is generic. Everything else is generic and typical. But for me, it's like, it's still just going to end up being the same Call of Duty, everybody running around, max speed, kill streaks, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it works for the people that it works for, but for me, I'm so past this, you know? Not to mention that no matter how good they make the gun gameplay in Call of Duty, I always feel like Battlefield had the better gun gameplay. So all I see this as is you basically trying to catch up to Battlefield when Battlefield was already there to begin with for a long time now, you know? Yeah, I know. I know they've always been like more arcade shooter. I know that, which is why maybe I don't really care too much about that anymore. Like I could always compete in an arcade shooter. I always have the speed and the capability to do it. It's not a problem. But for me, it's like I just don't care. I'd rather something with a little more substance, personally, if I'm gonna play a shooter. And if I really want to play a shooter, I'll just play Counter-Strike. Something with a lot more skill than whatever the fuck this is, you know? But in any case, I mean, listen, it works for a lot of people. And I guarantee you, they're already hyping it up, boys. They're already trying to be like, oh my god, we're so back. We're so back. Like that's the comments that are going all over social media right now. All the bots and all the shills are out there, and they're like, we're so back, boys. Call of Duty has never been better. I'm like, you guys said that the last 3 or 4 Call of Duties. Every time a new Call of Duty releases, you're like, it's never been better. What are you talking about? You know? Oh, shit. Literally just Modern Warfare 3 with some shiny paint. I love this picture. This meme is so great. The before and after. All he did was step back into the shadow. Bro, this meme is great, man. They really trying to sell us the same game for 7 years in a row. Yeah, because people keep buying it. People keep buying it, bro. Like, they're going to keep selling it to you. They're not going to change it. They're not going to do anything. Like, why do you think Nintendo keeps releasing the same kind of Pokemon games? It's because people keep buying it. So why would they ever stop? You know, the buyers have shown that this is what they want. ball and gun gamers are just NPCs with no thoughts. You know what it is? It's more so a socialization thing. You know, where it's not really about the game. It's about the socializing that the game is going to offer you for the time that it offers it to you when the game is brand new. So a lot of people, what they end up doing is they talk to their friends, reach out to their coworkers or whatever, and they're like, hey, man, you picking up the new Call of Duty? And some people who may not even be thinking about picking it up, they're like, I don't know, are you picking it up? And then before you know it, you find out that person's picking it up. Then you're like, all right, well, if you're picking it up, I'll pick it up. And then before you know it, everybody's picking it up. And they're all playing after work or whatever, you know, playing Call of Duty. They'll do that for a few weeks, and then they're like, yeah, I'm bored. And then they'll wait for the next Call of Duty. It's how they sell. It happens all the time. It's like Memorial Weekend, the game. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's literally the same shit. I'm not buying another Call of Duty unless a complete overhaul is done. That's never going to happen. New game engine? Nope. Dismemberments? Nope. No AI voice monitoring me in an M-rated game? Nope. Skill-based matchmaking toned down? Nope. No BP pop-up and ads? Nope. They're not doing any of that. They're literally not doing any of that, dude. They're just going to keep the same shit over and over and over again. So, realistically, guys, I mean, listen, you know, I haven't seen this before. Gameplay, again, aside from the hipfire thing, which I genuinely find interesting only because, like, I play a lot of Counter-Strike. I never understood why it can't be accurate from the hip, but I understand modern FPSs wanted an excuse to aim down sight. I get that. But obviously, if you play Counter-Strike, you know, like, hipfire is everything, unless you're using certain weapons. The hipfire change is probably going to be the biggest thing. Other than that, I don't really care about what I saw. I didn't play Black Ops 7. I didn't play Black Ops 7, never bought it, don't care about it. I said I wasn't going to buy it, so I don't care. You know? This just like, this is not exciting. It stopped being exciting a long time ago. But hey, I'm happy for the ball and gun gamers, though. You guys keep rocking out with the same video games. You keep rocking it out. I'm so proud of you. Let me resume TTS really quick. We got...
riveting gameplay. Not.
We got Blackbeard Kratos. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, my man. Nothing on Rumble. Guys, let's get to the next topic. Let's keep going, boys. Let's get to the next one. Let me X out of this real quick. Oh, man. Let's talk about PlayStation. I know you guys want to talk about PlayStation. Let's be real, boys. Let's be real. That's why you're here. That is why you're here. Let me drink some water real quick, and then we'll talk about PlayStation. It's going to be good. Kratos is speaking facts. He is. Kratos always speaks facts. He always does, for the most part. Guys, we got to talk about PlayStation. Yes, I know. You're like, yes, you're excited. We got another PlayStation story. Well, you know, I mainly want to talk about kind of the community sentiment around what's going on right now, because I noticed that there's something happening all over social media. Just because PlayStation is quiet doesn't mean that they're not actively employing their bots all over social media to try to spin the narrative in their favor, right? Just because their main account is quiet and they're not saying anything doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean that they're not actively trying to put out the fires. It doesn't mean that they're not actively trying to control the conversation. It doesn't mean that they're not trying to drown out their social media profile page that is getting completely community noted right now with a whole bunch of nonsense. It doesn't mean any of that. So what I want to do is I want to expose a little bit of the bot behavior that's happening right now defending PlayStation. And not only that, a recent announcement that PlayStation had for all you people out there that wanted to buy their fight stick. The reason why this is funny is because if you don't remember, PlayStation was quiet after the physical media backlash for about 6 days. And on the 6th day, they ended up posting about their fight stick. They ended up saying, come buy our fight stick. Not only a couple of weeks after that, they are now talking about how their fight stick is delayed indefinitely. I guess they're going to want to do a digital version of the fight stick. I really don't know. But realistically, I find it to be highly ironic that the product that they tried to use to drown out the chaos ends up getting delayed indefinitely for whatever that reason may be. But let's go back real quick and let's cover this part. So I saw this post and I'm seeing a lot of this. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of this. If you guys go on X right now, if you're watching this video, just let me know in the comments. Go on X right now, and you can copy and paste This exact same thing. You're going to see an insane amount of accounts literally saying the same exact thing. They're saying, obviously with a bar graph going down, the backlash against Sony appears to be losing momentum. Yeah, sure. Sure it is, Mr. Totally Not a PlayStation Bot. Many PlayStation posts initially received 100,000 protest replies. Recent posts are reportedly seeing closer to 10,000. As time passes, it seems like many players have started to move on. For now, it looks increasingly unlikely that Sony will reverse its decision to phase out physical video games. So, if you're a normie person, you would read something like this and you'd be like, oh, well, I guess we lost the battle, right? I guess it's time to move on. What these posts are trying to do is they're trying to demoralize. Oh, hold on. Did we lag out? Hold on. Man, PlayStation doesn't like me talking about them on YouTube. Did we lag out? Did we lag out? Did we lag out? We back? We're back? Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, PlayStation don't like the conversation. Sony got, yeah, I know. The reason why all of this is very interesting to me is that it's not about people necessarily wanting things to necessarily change with PlayStation. At this point, if these numbers are true and the amount of replies and everything is going down, it's because people are starting to walk away. People have decided that they're done. The amount of comments that I get on my videos about PlayStation that are like, it's thousands of comments, boys. The amount of comments that I get from people that are saying they're done with PlayStation. Some of them have told me they sold their PlayStation. Some of them have told me that they unsubscribed from PlayStation Plus. They're done. People are just done. They're walking away. They're moving on. Like, the funny thing is, accounts like this want to convince you that there is no other option out there. And they're trying to do this because they're so desperately trying to control the narrative. They really got to control the narrative, boys. Like, they want such control over it. It's like if they don't get control over it, they're going to do what they can to do that. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So check this out. You see how this account that is 4,400 followers, everything about gaming, right? News, leaks, insights, all that stuff. Saying this. Well, here's the funny thing. Gaming Central said the same exact thing as well. Gaming Central 26. The backlash against Sony appears to be losing momentum. Many PlayStation posts initially received 100,000 protest replies. Recent posts are reportedly seeing closer to 10,000. As time passes, blah, 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 blah. Right? So it's literally copy and paste. What they're doing is they're so desperately trying to control the narrative that there's multiple accounts out there that are just copy and pasting it. Now, I want to also be very clear. Even though you're seeing a pattern here, it doesn't mean that every single account is owned by PlayStation. This could definitely be like PlayStation shills that are, copy and pasting the same thing in the hopes to try to demoralize people. But realistically, I just find it really odd because, again, there's a lot of accounts saying the same exact thing over and over and over again. Some of which you could claim might be PlayStation bots, some of which not so much. But they're all saying the same thing regardless. So for me, it's like, even if you're not a bot, I still gonna look at you like a bot because you're copy and pasting the same exact fucking thing, right? So I would even guarantee you, if you were to look into the account origins, they'd probably be from India, most likely. All right, actually, I never even looked at the account origin for this. I'm curious. Let me see. Brother, it's from Ukraine using a VPN. Oh my God, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty obvious that there's a concerted effort that's going around to try its best to control the narrative, right? Not only that, guys, they got community noted. Which makes it even better. Pre-announcement, PlayStation posts typically receive fewer than 1,000 replies, compared to the 107,000 for the announcement and the 4,000 to 11,000 for the recent post. So they even got community noted, boys, basically saying that most PlayStation posts got less than 1,000 comments on average before they announced the death of physical media. And now, even if the numbers are 11,000, 10,000 or whatever, that is still 9 times, 10 times more than what they were getting before. So people are clearly pissed, even if it's at the lesser of compared to what it was for the announcement that went super viral. And to be fair, it went super viral. We're talking like 170 million views. That's insane. That's more than GTA 6. So with that kind of a post, yeah, naturally you're going to have a lot more comments. You're also not including the fact that PlayStation is purposely drowning out their social media page. If you go to their social media page, they're posting all kinds of nonsense. They're posting at least 5-6 times a day, and that's not including the retweets that they're doing. So all of these posts are being spread out like crazy, and if you take the 5 to 10,000 comments per post and you add them all up for the day, you're going to have a 50 to 100,000 posts. It's going to be insane, right? So again, just like typical Sony boys, they always want to misrepresent the numbers to look best in their favor, when anybody with a brain looking at these numbers and realizing, yeah, that doesn't really make sense, right? I'm not trying to say that there aren't some people out there that haven't lost interest, but do not confuse losing interest with giving up. Do not confuse losing interest with saying they're going to go back to PlayStation. People are losing interest and they're gaining apathy, and they're deciding, you know what? I don't even care anymore, bro. I'm literally walking away. I don't even care at this point. I'm going to buy my PC or whatever I'm going to buy, and I'm going to build up a new like a play base. That's what I'm going to do. That's literally what they're trying to do. I've seen way too many comments doing that, right? Greed has no limits. Meanwhile, found on IGN, one of the most casual audiences in games media, over 40,000 votes, over 90% reject in all digital future in gaming. Guys, IGN did a survey, and you already know IGN has one of the most normie crowds out there. They're one of the only last remaining bastions of gaming media that has any sort of relevancy whatsoever. And even their viewer base voted at 91.1% rejection to the removal of physical media. But again, the bots on X want to make you believe that everybody's given up and nobody cares anymore, right? Everybody's okay with it, right? Now ask yourselves, why would this be worthy of an article or a post? Who benefits from spreading the narrative that people have given up on this? Exactly. Think about that. If people have really given up on it, would you really have to make these posts constantly trying to remind people that they've given up? Like, who benefits from that? Who benefits from saying that people have given up? Well, obviously Sony does. And the shills for Sony do as well. They're desperately on social media right now because here's the thing, man. Crabs are in a bucket, right? They don't want to see other people doing better. They don't want to see other people walking away because they themselves don't have the ability or the willpower to walk away. So they want you to be a crab in the bucket with them. They want to drag you down while you're trying to walk away. And they want to demoralize you on your way out to try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong, when you're not doing anything wrong. You're just doing what's best for you, your wallet, and your time. And Sony has made it very obvious that they don't care about any of that. Guys, we literally just covered a story the other day, yesterday. If you missed it, go check out that video covering Crunchyroll that is owned by Sony. Crunchyroll decided that they're going to completely remove the ability for you to be able to purchase from their store when they themselves sell exclusive content that you can't buy anywhere else. And they're going to remove the ability for you to purchase from their store unless you pay them a subscription price. You have to subscribe to them as a service in order to be able to buy from their store. They literally became anime Costco. And the sad thing is that you can't even buy from their store at the cheapest membership. You got to be at least tier 2 or tier 3 in order to be able to get access to be able to buy from the store. So you got to give them money in order to give them money, and they're owned by Sony. So again, at what point do we start saying, wow, there is a level of conspiracy going on here, right? Because then you have to your brain has to go that far. Because any other time, any other day, going that far, people would probably think you're crazy. But we've now seen everything. We've now seen that the greed for this company doesn't know any limits. Like this says, greed has no limits. So at this point now, I feel like they're capable of anything. I'll give you an example. It's in my belief, and I know this is crazy. This is me going This is me going stupid crazy, right? It's in my belief that if they're willing to do this, it's only a matter of time before PlayStation Plus is forced on the ecosystem of PlayStation in order to partake in the service completely. Like if you buy a PlayStation 6, they're basically going to give you 90 days of the PlayStation Plus service for free. And then after that, you're going to have to re-up the sub. Otherwise, you lose access. That's number one. I feel like that's around the corner. And number two, I feel like it's only a matter of time before places like the PlayStation Store are going to end up doing some sort of like battle pass system where instead of paying money to the store to buy the product directly, you're going to end up paying money to get some sort of PlayStation coin to then use the PlayStation coin to buy up something in the store. So that way, if they ever have to refund you, they can refund you in the coin versus real money, which is exactly why they do battle pass and currency in the first place in all of these video games. They sell you fake currency so that they don't have to refund you the real money if anything were to go wrong. They can only refund you the fake currency, and that way they can say, well, we did right by the customer because we gave them the equivalent purchasing power that they spent money on. And I know that sounds crazy. I'm sure some people are probably watching this video like, damn, that sounds really insane. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Brother, I don't know anymore. I think we are at the point where literally anything is possible at this point. I don't think this company knows any bounds, and we are watching the transformation of a company that has little to no competition anymore. So now they have free reign to do whatever the hell they want. We already saw this happening with Crunchyroll when it comes to the removal of Funimation. We already saw that happen. I would not be surprised if something like this goes down. I would not be surprised. Do I want it to happen? Absolutely not. I think that's insane. But realistically, yeah, I don't really think this is going to happen at all. I mean, I really think that the chances of this not happening is very small. I think that this could happen. I really do. Let me know when you hit the crazy zone. I'm already here, boy. I'm already here. It's happened with some MMOs before. Yeah, so it's because it's all performative. Most buy their shit digitally. This is what they want. I pre-ordered the new PS5 game on physical disc. You're getting it on physical disc, right? Again, just because people say they want physical media doesn't mean that they're saying they don't want digital media. They're trying to make this into the narrative. They're trying to shift the narrative in that direction because they know what the actual conversation is and they want to muddy the waters. They don't want the real conversation to go down. They don't want the real conversation to happen because these people that eat shit want you to also eat shit. They want you to pay full price for video games because they willingly pay full price for their video games. They want you in a closed ecosystem because they also are willingly in a closed ecosystem. It's literal crabs in a bucket. They want to drag you down and make you feel like you're the crazy one for saying you want options. So they'll try to pretend like, oh, it's not about options. You just don't want digital media. They'll try to throw some nonsense like that out there when nobody's saying that. Just because we're starting to go silent doesn't mean we're going back to PlayStation. Exactly. We've already said our piece. Now we're going to act. Exactly. That's what I think is going to happen here. This just simply means we're giving out money to other platforms like GOG, who let you burn your games on a disc and keep them forever. We're going to show PlayStation and Sony that we really don't need them anymore. We could get better quality games elsewhere. And besides, PC gaming is king. It's exactly what's going on. 100%, man. So realistically, boys, this is where we're at with PlayStation. And again, their fight stick getting delayed indefinitely, I feel like was karma. But ultimately, they're going to release it at some point in time. I just find it funny that they're delaying it, considering that this was how they advertised, right? They advertised specifically with the fight stick after the whole drama went down. And now the fight stick's been delayed. Look at this. Even their Marvel Tokon post. Community noted. Important information on consumer rights. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped, and it's not going to stop. They're getting community noted on everything, but they're trying to drown it out by continuously posting. Every couple of hours, they're continuously posting over and over and over and over again. Trying their best, but it doesn't matter. There's community notes everywhere, boys. So they can keep trying to pretend like people don't care, but realistically, just because, like the poster said, just because they go quiet, doesn't mean that they're going back to PlayStation. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a massive influx of PC users like we did for the last couple of years now, which resulted in Steam getting over 200 million monthly active users. GOG is growing as well. Even Epic Games might benefit a little bit from this. As much as I hate their store, even they might benefit. So we'll see what ends up happening. But again, guys, when you see these posts out there and you realize that they sound like a bot, it's probably because they are a bot. Constantly repeating the same exact thing to try to get you to give up on what you're saying and give up on what you're doing. Or to make you feel like you have FOMO. Or to make you feel like you're making the wrong decision by walking away. You're not. Do whatever's best for you at the end of the day. All right, let me resume the TTS real quick and let's keep going. Tire King said I lost my marbles. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good.
Soloing Lords of the Fallen. Finally beaten Might Reaper.
Nice, bro. Shout out Alucard. Very nice, man. Appreciate the 5. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ryan says just going to buy old games like PS2, PS1, etc. Yeah, I mean, that's what they hate. The secondhand market is the one thing that they're so excited to kill. I'm sure they love the idea. They love the idea of killing the secondary market, you know? Mornblade says, I never had any marbles. Hey, at least you admit it, though. That's a good thing. At least you admit it. Victor says, I need to replay Lords of the Fallen. You should. I saw a new Blackstreet trying to play Lords of the Fallen earlier. It went really bad. I don't even think they got off the ground. They had to end the stream because of, like, technical difficulties or something like that. But that wasn't the game's fault. That was Kata's internet being trash. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. Even buying PC now, unless you buy old school PC games that are physical, it's still contributing to it. I don't understand what you mean. Even buying PC now, unless you buy old school PC games, it's still It's not, because if you buy on PC, you can own pretty much any game you buy on PC. Anybody who knows PC gaming knows that that's the case. If you really want to, you could even burn it on a disc if you want to. If you really want to do that. There's some people
Someone should start making copies of old games to play on old consoles.
You know what's interesting? Hold on, GDR. Thank you for the 5. You know what's interesting, though? What's interesting is that you guys remember how they sold digital media in the first place? You guys remember that? Do you guys remember? Did you get your Steam Machine email? No, I got denied a long time ago for the Steam Machine. You guys know how they sold digital media in the first place? Like how they sold the idea? It was supposed to be a cheaper alternative and a more convenient alternative to owning the video games that you had physically. But it was mainly supposed to be cheaper. It was supposed to be a cheaper, more convenient alternative. Where people were like, you know, they were essentially trying to say discs can go bad, things can go bad. You know, you can lose a disc, you can lose whatever, but with digital media, you'll always have it in your library and it'll never disappear on you. That was how it was sold. That was how it was sold way back in the day. It'll be in your library, it'll never leave you, and you'll always have it. So in case you ever lose the disc or you lose the physical copy, at least it'll be in your digital library. You'll always have it. And it was going to be cheaper. Now look at us. It's just as expensive, and they're taking shit away from your library. Well, unless you're on Steam, but still, it's so funny. So funny how they went from that to what we are now, you know? But people tend to forget that. People tend to forget how it was advertised back in the day, you know? Tire King keep just despising things. Oh, he's good at that though. Companies lie? I know, right? Shocker. Shocked Pikachu face. Companies lie? What? No way. They told me they care about my social cause. They would never lie to me. We got the Fell for It Again award. I know. It's pretty funny. But that's why, again, with Steam, Steam's so popular because they got very famous for their convenience, right? And also with their Steam sales, right? Steam sales are legendary. Like people literally wait all year round for the Steam sales. Honestly, bro, aside from a couple of like examples here and there when I became a streamer, before I became a streamer, I don't think I bought a video game outside of a Steam sale unless it was like an expansion pack for an MMO I was playing. when I was buying them physical at the time, or even like digital, you know, like I'm trying to think back. Otherwise, unless maybe like it was a Final Fantasy game, but realistically, 98%, I would say, 97, 98% of my games were always bought on a Steam sale. I would purposely wait for that, you know? Otherwise, I didn't give a fuck about playing the new game. You know? That's why I always tell people, man, you have to advocate for like waiting for sale. You know, you have to advocate for it. Wait for the sale. Don't rush into it. And I understand, listen, everybody's got that like one franchise that they're going to show for. Everybody has that one franchise they're always going to go crazy for and buy day one and stuff, and whatever, it's fine. But realistically, like 98% of the video games that people buy out there should be on sale, especially if you're a PC gamer. It should be on sale. There's no reason, bro, they're always running sales, dude. Even when it's not the Steam summer sale, sometimes you get like a publisher sale. And the publisher sales are usually pretty crazy. They go like 70, 80% off. Crazy numbers, you know? So there really is no reason. Exactly. Too Cool Curry says, I've been playing Metro and he got it for $3. $3 bro. They had the legend, bro. Let me bring this up. Hold on, really quick. Let me bring this up. Look at this, guys. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Okay, a lot of content in this. Okay, a fuck ton of content. I'm talking hundreds of hours easily, right? $479. $479 on Steam. That's the lowest price. The current price right now is $60. Brother, this shit was this shit was under $5. You know what I mean? Another one. Witcher 3. You can get over 100 hours easily in this game. One of the greatest video games. Witcher 3, right? $4, bro. $3.99. Price right now, original price $40 right now. Bro, $4. $4 fucking dollars. $4. $3.99. That's crazy. That's insane. That's honestly, it's fucking mind blowing. You know? So there's so many games, dude. Like I could never ever pay full price for video games most of the time. I do it now more often because I'm a streamer. It's part of the job. But realistically, I still hate it. I fucking hate it. Every time like I have to do it, it's just like, I hate doing it. Because it completely goes against the habits that I formed over many, many, many years, you know? But yeah, for you guys, fuck it. Why not, bro? $4 for Witcher? It's amazing. Tire King says, I despise Witcher 3. Oh my God. What don't you despise? What don't you despise? I don't understand. What don't you despise? It's crazy. Stop this, man. Stop this, man. Witcher 3 is epic. Yeah, Witcher 3 is epic. Although ironically, I like Witcher 2 a little bit more. I'm not even kidding. Witcher 2, I feel like had the better overall story and overall like just the presentation of the story and the world building, like the areas you could explore. Like, I don't know. I just really liked Witcher 2. I thought Witcher 2 was really good. Witcher 3 had the overall better mechanics, but the open world aspect of things, like, it's good. It's a little bloated. But it's good. But Witcher 2
He doesn't despise Sailor Hypno.
Oh my God. Stop. Thank you for the 2. But Witcher 2, though, Witcher 2 is more focused. And I think I actually appreciate that more. Witcher 2 is a lot more focused as an experience, if that makes sense, you know? So, you start to play Witcher 1 and you work your way to 2 to 3. All right, that's fair. Although, ironically, the timelines don't follow that same, what do you call it? Like, it doesn't go from Witcher 1 to Witcher 2 to Witcher 3 in the timeline. It's actually not like that. But still, you can still play. If you just want to play chronologically from the numerical standpoint, and yeah, you could just do it that way, you know? Yeah, Witcher 2 is dope. I like it. Witcher 1 was definitely darker. It was darker. Just that overall, like, the setting was darker. All right. Let me X out of this, boys. Let me get out of this PlayStation nonsense, stupid ass PlayStation. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flags. Let's talk about Black Flag, boys. I think despise is Tiger King's love word, so really he loves everything. You think that's the case? Do you think that's the case? Can everyone agree with me that Red Dead Redemption 2 is mid? Are you a Kotaku journalist? Are you a Kotaku? I'm just kidding. Play the Witcher series backwards. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about this. Let me check Rumble really quick. Rumble, what are we doing? Rumble's asleep. Rumble's asleep. All right, that's fine. Let me pause TTS real quick. Thank you guys so much for the donos today. Appreciate it. Let's get into the Assassin's Creed Black Flag story. Kind of talk about this nonsense real quick. Where is it at? He must be a psyop king. You think? Oh, you think Tiger King's a psyop? Is that what it is? You think Tiger King's like a psyop? I mean, that's fair. Ryan says, I'm 100 hours of the game. It is not as good as the first one, in my opinion. Sorry, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, man. It's all good. Like what you like. Dislike what you dislike. I don't care, bro. If I cared what people's opinions were on video games to the point where it'll make me upset, first off, that's never going to happen. Second off, if it did, Tiger King would have been banned like a year ago. He would have been banned like a year ago, bro. He wouldn't have even lasted like 5 seconds, dude. If I cared. Tiger King's in here, bro. Tiger King's in here every day telling me at least 10 different things that he fucking hates. Of which like 8 of those things I probably like. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Let's say 7. Let's say 7. 7 out of the 10 I probably like. And he'll be like, it's 0 out of 10. It's fucking disgusting. I despise it. I wouldn't even spend $1 on it. It's fucking disgusting. Like, bro. He goes so hard, man. He goes so hard on that for no reason. But it's great. We love it. It's part of the lore for the channel, so we let it rock. We let it rock. He's just a grumpy Smurf. Is he blue? I don't know if he's blue. Is he blue? Are you blue? Are you blue, Tiger King? You could admit it. 10 despises, bro. At least minimum. At least minimum. 10 despises. You know, it's a shtick. Exactly. Let me resume TTS really quick. We got 2 more that came in, then we're good to go.
Tiger King's no sup. He's a real day old chimichanga.
Yo, he really is.
Cat Quest 1,
he really
2, 3
is. Thank you
terrible, terrible hypno.
All right, now that's just disrespectful. Now that's just disrespectful. Adair Soto, I will not take that blasphemy. I will not take that blasphemy, sir. No, thank you. Thank you for the 2. Tiger King says more than a year. I know, but I'm just saying. That's over the line. I agree. It's over the line. All right. Boys, let's go. You guys ready? Let's fucking go, man. Let's talk about Black Flag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, and this one is going to be interesting because this kind of ties into the conversation that we were having, just before about how there are bots going around on social media trying to essentially demoralize you into making you feel as if your fight against, the death of physical media is somehow a bad thing because XYZ digital products sold, right? Because what they're doing is they're conflating the two. They know what you're actually fighting for, but they want to try to take what you're fighting for, muddy up the waters, and make it seem like that's not what you're actually fighting for, right? They're trying to pretend as if the people that are fighting for physical media don't buy digital media whatsoever. And again, nobody ever said that. That was never a thing, but they continue to make it seem like that to this day. Well, something similar is happening with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, right? Where we always complain about Day 1 DLC, right? You guys know Day 1 DLC to me is extremely egregious, especially when it's like to the level of which Ubisoft usually does. But we've complained about Day 1 DLC for Pokemon video games where they tried to sell you like a $30 Raichu, a Mega Raichu or something like that. They literally took that out the game, sold it to you as a day one DLC because Nintendo just didn't want to admit that they wanted to sell their Pokemon game for $100. So they sold it for $70, took out Mega Raichu, and then sold Mega Raichu for like $25-$30, right? So day one DLC is extremely egregious, right? We even just went over the Dead or Alive video game that got released on Steam that has thousands, literally thousands of dollars in day one DLC. Well, people were complaining about Assassin's Creed Black Flag day one DLC, right? Because it had about $85, give or take. I think it was like $85 for all the day one DLC. And Pirate Nation made this post and said the following, and I found it to be really interesting. Even with all the backlash over its launch day DLC, Ubisoft still apparently made almost $1 million from the 85-year-old DLC. So, he's trying to essentially say that they made about $1 million from that DLC combined from the people that bought the game. I would almost guarantee you, and we could even probably put money on this, I would almost guarantee you that out of that $1 million, the majority of it is on the PlayStation platform. I swear to God, guys, I would bet money on that. The majority of it is on the PlayStation platform. Because we've discussed this so many times over, right? But we'll talk about it. Machete says it's just skins, though, not DLC. Oh, so skins are not DLC anymore? Hey, guys, I don't know how old you are. Do you remember a time when they used to ship you video games with skins you can unlock through gameplay in the game? All the skins you can unlock through gameplay. Remember how that was considered content, like additive content? Remember that? Remember when that was a thing? Shit, I remember that. Now it's just like, oh, it's just skins. See, that's the thing. That's where they want your mindset to be at. They want your mindset to be at, oh, it's just skins. They want you to be okay with allowing them to take away stuff that they used to give you for free. They want you to be okay with it. Because they'll just tell you, well, it's not pay to win, and it's not actual, like, content. It's just skins. They want you to be in that mindset. Because when you're in that mindset, you suddenly become okay with receiving less for more money. You know, again, not hating or anything. I'm just telling you that's what they want, right? So anyway, according to Alinea Analytics, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has sold around 701,000 copies on Steam, which right away, okay, they announced 2 million copies sold. They announced 2 million copies sold, okay? So since they announced 2 million copies sold, if they really only sold 701,000 on Steam, that means the majority is on PlayStation. The majority is on PlayStation, which would pretty much bolster what I was saying before. They made about $35 million from the game sales, which is not enough for an Assassin's Creed. You know, even though I'm sure their budget is lower since it's a remake and not a brand new project. It's still Ubisoft at the end of the day with a massive budget, a bloated studio, a bloated team, insane amount of money being spent. I'm sure that they need a lot more money than this to break even. But anyway, on top of that, players spent nearly $1 million on the optional DLC available on day one. The game has received mixed reviews on Steam due to microtransactions, but it seems people bought it anyway, and Ubisoft and other companies will continue this greed. So, out of curiosity, all right, let's just do an average, right? Take 1 million. Take 1 million and divide it by 85. Let's say everybody bought the 85, like whoever paid the DLC bought all $85 worth, right? That's about 11,764 people that bought the DLC, right? And that's if they bought it all at the $85 mark. Now, to be fair, most people probably didn't do that. Most people probably spent, maybe half of that or whatever. But realistically, I think it's safe to assume that it's probably like 15 to 20,000 players have bought the DLC, which resulted in that $1 million. 15 to 20,000 players out of supposedly 2 million copies sold. So even if they bought one thing or two things, it doesn't matter. Now you're talking about 30, 40,000 players. It's still 30, 40,000 compared to whatever, like the 2 million copies sold. I don't know. I think that realistically, them charging day one DLC is egregious no matter what. I understand some people out there are okay with it. I'm never okay with day one DLC. I think it's crazy. If you want to do your ultimate editions, your whatever, it's fine. I get that. I understand that. Trying to offer more in order to sell the game for more, but you sell it as a complete experience. This day one DLC bullshit of stripping content, especially cosmetic content that we used to get back in the day for free. I mean, for God's sakes, do you not remember unlocking different outfits for your fighter characters and stuff like that? Like, now you don't even get that anymore. Now you get barely any of that. You got to pay money. You got to come out with your wallet. Now the way you unlock is by swiping your credit card. You know, I just, there's always going to be that crowd. There's always going to be that crowd that is going to spend money on that day one DLC. And realistically, that day one DLC is not going to make or break them. It's just trying to essentially pad their failures as much as possible, because realistically, Ubisoft, $35 million, that's not enough for this game. This game probably has to make 150 at the minimum to break even. I gotta imagine, between everything, marketing, budget, all that stuff, they gotta make at least 150. I'm sure they'll get there eventually with this one. Shadows, they're not gonna reach. They're just not gonna do it. But when it comes to Black Flag, I think they can get there. But again, it's like they're trying to train you to be okay with this stuff being taken away from you. But my point is, the way that this is phrased in the sense of like, well, people bought it anyway, and this is why they're going to continue doing this greed. They're going to do this greed no matter what until there's literally $0 being made, or nearly zero. And unfortunately, the industry being as big as it is, I don't think we're ever going to get there. I would promise you that most of this $1 million was on PlayStation. Why do I think that? Because look at the leaks that happened with Grand Theft Auto Online. I bring it up all the time. Look at the leaks that happened. Monthly spend was over $4 million on Grand Theft Auto Online for the PlayStation platform. On the PC platform, it was like $700,000 or a little less than that. On Xbox, it was under $1 million. But on PlayStation, it was over $4 million monthly. It was like $4.5 million, basically. You know, so I don't know, man. I think it's insane. And realistically, man, I don't think it's ever going to really change in the way that's going to benefit us, right? That's really what it's going to be. So, but for the people out there that are trying to use this, because there's people out there that are trying to use this to try to be like, whoa, look at the PlayStation gamers. You know, they gave it up. They gave it up, boys. They gave it up, boys. Sounds like the review bombers are once again a vocal minority. This is why PlayStation will win. They don't even have to change course. They just have to wait. Gamers will complain all week, then open their wallets on launch day anyway. And then he's clapping for it. He's clapping for it. Bro, there's people out there that are literally celebrating a corporation charging more money. Like, what happened? What happened to this? What happened to this world where people out there are literally celebrating a corporation charging more money? How does that benefit you? Do you feel like you're part of some exclusive club? Do you feel like it somehow justifies your salary, or justifies your ego, or justifies whatever? Just accept people are stupid. It's reality. No, I accept people are stupid. I get that, but I can still question the stupidity, right? Like, I feel like I have a right to question the stupidity. But this is not even stupidity. This is advocating for your own, like, demise at this point. Half the gamers to the other half, our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck. Of course people bought it anyway because of the nostalgia aspect. In reality, it's modern slop disguised as a beloved game. People fell for it hook, line, and sinker. This sounds like Tiger King. That's the problem with all gaming platforms, the cuck fanboys. Gamers are stupid. They reward bad behavior. They expect there to be better behavior from the gaming industry. Yeah, I agree. This monkey behavior is the main reason why gaming became like this. I still don't get who would be interested in those lame, outlandish DLCs. It's kind of cringe to be. You know, it's a little weird. It is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you that there's $85 worth of day one cosmetic DLCs for a video game that's single player. Isn't that a little bit weird? Like, who exactly are you showing this off to? Because skins, everybody knows skins sell in multiplayer video games because of the aspect of showing it off to other people, right? And that kind of like push really helps sell a lot of skins in games like League of Legends, for example. Obviously, the skins got to be cool looking and stuff to really get people. But, I mean, realistically, like, most people buy skins to show off to other people. Why do you think somebody in that video game, what was that Chinese video game? Where Winds Meet. Where Winds Meet. Do you think the guy bought the $40,000 boat for himself? Or do you think he bought the $40,000 boat so that he could immediately summon it at the harbor and get the entire server there on his boat? Because that's what actually happened. Right? That's what actually happened. Like, I'm sure there are some people that do buy the skins for themselves and whatever, do what you want to do with your money. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, like, after a certain point, I do have to question. I have to be like, really? $85 worth of cosmetic DLC in a single player game that you can't share with anybody? I don't know, I guess. I suppose, whatever works. But yeah, the whales do it because they want to show off. That's why they do it. That's the same reason why there are $400 or whatever it is, $300 skins in League of Legends. Same exact reason why. Because the whales want to show it off. Chicks dig digital boats. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Digital boats. They're panty droppers. Yeah, absolutely. You know? So, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I get it, I guess. But this realistically is the reason why things will continue the way that they're going. And also considering now with the whole PlayStation thing and we're going into a more digital-oriented future, it's only going to get worse. You know? Dante says, I have 100 Fortnite skins. Never have I thought I want others to see me look cool. So this is another thing people do, Dante. I noticed that it's kind of like if people don't do something, they then don't understand the argument that other people do it for that kind of attention. Like, I understand you may not do that. You may not think I want to look cool. I want other people to see my cool skin. You may not think that. But because you don't do that doesn't mean that other people don't actively do that as well. It happens all the time. There are people out there that will spend hours working on their character's transmog to make themselves look cool, and then they'll go stand in town and try to get attention for people. Happens in Final Fantasy 14 all the time, bro. You'll have people that spend all this time on their outfits, making themselves look as cool as possible, and then they'll go stand around in town with a bunch of other cosplayers, all trying to look cool. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just think, at the end of the day, man, I never understood the whole, like, DLC, what do you call it? Like, cosmetic DLC in single-player games. I never understood it personally. I just never got it. But again, just because I don't get it, doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that other people are not doing it, you know? So, that's basically it. But yeah, realistically, $1 million, still a lot of money. And in the grand scheme of things, it'll probably end up being even more, especially once they start putting it all on sale. What makes this even more egregious, by the way, before we finish this topic, is that it's a Ubisoft game, guys. It's a Ubisoft game. In 90 days, this game is going to be 50% off. The DLC is going to be 50% off. In like 120 days, it's going to be 70% off. Why are we doing this for an Assassin's Creed Ubisoft game? As if it's not going to go on mega sale in like 6 months. I don't know, man. It's so funny to me. Anyway, that's basically it, boys, for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag story. $1 million of day one DLC, boys. $1 million. Are you proud of your fellow gamer yet? You can be honest.
It's just skins, bro. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just skins, bro.
Came in and funny.
Thank you for
Steam
the vibe.
database show 41,176 player.
Well, that's concurrent players.
Hypno, remember that while
Concurrent.
people purchased amounts they used to be rare, only one person can get it, but now people can purchase them the right amounts.
Exactly. A lot of those, like, especially in Final Fantasy 2. They have like, how do I put it? They have a lot of speciality amounts in Final Fantasy 14 that you could spend like a pretty good amount of money on in real life. Like they have some like multi-passenger mounts that you could buy and stuff like that. And it literally exists so that you could carry around other people, you know? So, but thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. Kamchi, you got to remember, man, when it comes to, let me bring it up on screen so just so I could give you a better understanding of the how it works. So, with the concurrent player count, that's not the total player count, right? So, when they say that it sold 700,000 copies, it's pretty accurate. I tell you guys all the time, when you have owner estimations, always take the middle number. That's usually the accurate number, right? Play Tracker's number is usually more accurate than the other two. VG Insights is usually lower. Gamealytic is usually higher.
I wonder if the PDF whales in Roblox buy digital candy to lure their victims into their digital white Ford vans.
What? Digital white Ford vans? What the fuck was that, bro? GDR, thank you for the 5. Bro, I've never heard that. Digital white Ford vans. Holy shit. Anyway, so you got to keep in mind, like, the concurrent player count, it's only how many people are playing right now at any given time. But the numbers go up and down throughout the entire day. So people leave, people come in, people leave, people come in. So the total number, you got to extrapolate this number by quite a large margin to get the entire player base, especially since the game's been out for 4 days already. So 700,000 sounds about right for this game. Sounds about right.
All this DLC crap is Bethesda's fault. Them and their stupid armored horse.
Damn. Kratos, thank you for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Damn. Dante said, did you notice Ubisoft said they sold too many copies of Resynced on Expo with Shadows? They said it. Yeah, no, I called that out on literal day one. I actually made a segment on that. I called that out day one. For those of you that were there that day, you'll remember. Where they marketed Assassin's Creed Shadows with 2 million players engaged in 48 hours. But then in 24 hours, they marketed Black Flag with 2 million copies sold. And it's because they actually sold copies this time. They actually sold copies this time. Before, they had to make it up because they had to convince everybody they were doing amazing. Now, since they're actually selling copies, now they don't got to make it up. It's amazing how the terminology changes when you have real sales behind you to back it up. Again, I'll just keep reminding people. Any video game that is marketed as a non-free-to-play game with players engaged, I would think that's a little bit weird, right? If they have some sort of way to get the game for essentially free or a subscription service, that's a little bit weird. Just like I kind of find it a little bit weird that Palworld announced themselves with 40 million players. That's a little bit odd to me, considering that last I heard they sold a little over 25 million copies. I think they did more than that now. They're probably at over 30 million copies. So, like, why would they? I don't know. Like, why would they announce that? Why would they announce 40 million players? Like, where can you get Palworld for free? Nowhere, right? How would that even be possible? I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Palworld's on Game Pass. Oh, is it? Is it really on Game Pass? Get the fuck out of here, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Is it on Game Pass? Oh, wow. That's crazy. There you go. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Never mind. I didn't realize it was on Game Pass.
DLC for all games. Pay $20 to play game offline.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Don't even joke about that, Dre. Holy shit. Thanks for the 2. Okay, so it's on Game Pass. I did not know that. Because again, I've been avoiding Palworld for the last 2 some odd years because I was waiting for 1.0. Okay. All right, so that means so they got about like 10. They probably have like 10 million players on Game Pass. That's crazy, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Good for them. Good for them. But still, even so, they still sold 25 million plus copies. They got to be at 30 million now by 1.0. That's a lot, dude. Palworld has been on Game Pass since day one. Well, yeah, I've been ignoring Palworld since day one. So again, like, that doesn't really help me. Doesn't really help me. Games from Sony will only be on flash drives in the coming future, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna get to the point where they're really trying to. They're not gonna want to sell video games anymore. They're gonna.
I see. Hopefully, most will cancel for refunds, and I guess players are too nostalgia for anything. Players needs more disciplined mind like me.
Nah, I think with Black Flag, I've always said Black Flag was gonna be successful, man. Black Flag is one of the most loved Assassin's Creeds by a lot of people. I didn't see that game failing at all, to be honest with you. But to be fair, 35 million, you know, with a budget of Black Flag is still not that great. So they still got a long way to go. Tinfoil Hater says, I despise Power World. What in the Tiger King was that? Tiger King says it's about to be confirmed to outsell the Pokemon bestseller. Do you know how disgusted Nintendo's gonna be? I guarantee you Nintendo is pulling a Tiger King right now, bro. In their executive room, they're literally looking at Power World 1.0 numbers, and they're like, I despise Power World. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, bro. I guarantee you, they're like, I despise Power World. We despise Power World. Bro, think about it. Honestly, think about it. Think about what Nintendo has tried to do for the last 2 years, bro. Nintendo tried to sue Power World. They tried to retroactively file for patents and then sue Power World for those new patents that they opened up after the lawsuit was filed. And they got felted on. They've lost everything. Like on pretty much every aspect of the lawsuit, with the exception of like the glider mechanic. Like you're not allowed to use Pokemon to, not Pokemon, you're not allowed to use PALs to glide. But aside from that, like they've lost on almost every metric. On almost every metric they lost. And they tried desperately to get the game canned, to stop it from being sold. That didn't work. They tried to stop the game from going to 1.0. That didn't work. None of it worked. And now the game's in 1.0 getting 812,000 concurrent players.
Ubisoft still
Crazy.
going to fire the people who made the game Assassin's Creed Resync.
Well, they fired some people. They fired the Barcelona studio. Or some of them from the Barcelona studio. But thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. They can't touch 1.0 with the lawsuit. Yeah, I know. So it's only for what was available before 1.0. It was only available for what's before 1.0, and even then, it was like super early access stuff. By the time this lawsuit's over, they're going to win barely anything. They would have spent 2 years and probably, honestly, with a company's this size, probably over $1 million in this lawsuit to gain like 30 grand from what I heard. And even that's like not guaranteed. So to do all that for 30K, it's like, bro, what are you... This is going to be another major loss on the record of Nintendo. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the success of Power World and the fact that the developers flat out said that they have more...
Oh yeah, Hypno, have you heard the Nintendo Shield boys are getting mad again about the legendary new Power World?
They are. They're getting mad over the whale pal, right? What's the new whale pal that they added in 1.0, the legendary whale? What the fuck was his name again? Hold on, let me look it up. I know, I thought I had it saved. Hold on. They're comparing it to Kyogre or whatever. Oh, Panthalus. Panthalus. Here we go. Panthalus. Power World's new legendary pal Panthalus has players arguing online, with many calling it Kyogre ripoff and a copy-paste of Pokemon's famous legendary whale. Brother, you guys don't own whales. Pokemon fans, you guys need to stop, bro. The game is not even the same as Pokemon, brother. It doesn't even play the fucking same. It's not even close. It's a survival craft game. Listen, Pokemon is a creature capture game first. And like an RPG second. Power World is a survival craft video game first. And a creature capture game second. Power World is literally a survival video game. And the fact that Pokemon fans who haven't played Power World continue to say it's a Pokemon ripoff, they sound fucking stupid. They sound stupid when they say that. Because they legit have no idea. Fans say the similarities are hard to ignore. Brother, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean they're hard to ignore? What do you... So Pokemon owns floating whales now? Does Pokemon own the idea of floating whales? Are you like... Are we being honestly genuine here? And you know what's...
Pokemon doesn't own Mythology Whale.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, do they own floating fucking whales? Do they have a patent for floating whales now? And you know what's sad? People are forgetting, like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Every time you bring up this image, a Pokemon fan basically offs themselves, bro. Pokemon fans join the 41% anytime you bring up this image. Because they self-felt themselves. They self-felt themselves. Because Dragon Quest came first, obviously, right? And Pokemon took inspiration, obviously, from a lot of the Dragon Quest designs. They're not one-to-one. They're inspiration. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking inspiration and creating new creatures from it. But here's the thing. Pokemon fans will then respond and say, well, you retard, all they did was took inspiration from it. They didn't actually copy it one-to-one. See? You can clearly see the little differences. See? See? The little differences? You can see it. See? See? And it's like, you're almost there. You're almost there. Just think a little bit harder. And you're going to understand why people laugh at you when you complain about Power World as a Pokemon fan. You're almost there, my guy. Just think. Just think. It's crazy, dude. They lose their mind over this. No, man. No. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. This is so good. Be honest, they aren't that smart. I get that. I get that. But it's like, dude, after a certain point, man, you guys just sound fucking stupid. Oh, and here's the best part. Pokemon fans, you know what they're responding to and what they're hating on? They're actually responding to and hating on an AI image of Palthilus that was edited to look more like Kyogre. So they're losing their mind at an image that's not even real. Like, this is the in-game image of Palthilus. If I wish I had the one that they were showing that was edited. Bro, oh, here it is. Here it is. Bro, look at this.
Nintendo and Pokemon fans are mad about Paul World TCG.
Brother, they edited this picture. They edited this picture to make it look more like Kyogre. Guys, this is how he looks in the game. This is how he looks in the game, bro. You could see his model here on the bottom. It's not even close to being the same. It's legit different in every way. And they edited it to give him the fins of Kyogre to make it look like Kyogre. But just because, again, it was inspired by doesn't mean that it's the same thing. Think about what the word inspiration means. Inspiration doesn't mean exact copies. Pokemon doesn't own floating whales. So people, like, it is so typical that people they love to just destroy the meaning of words because they get their emotions involved. They get their emotions involved. That's what it is. Their emotion gets involved. So now they want to completely destroy the meaning of words. They want to take inspiration as literal theft. That's not what it is whatsoever. It's not anywhere close to being literal theft. Why are they so mad? Because they're mad that something is actually extremely effective. Something is actually extremely effective against the status quo. That's why they're angry. Now, most Pokemon fans are normal people for the most part. I know that's crazy to say, but they're normal for the most part. But there are people out there that, bro, Pokemon is like their entire identity. Or if they're like Pokemon content creators or whatever, because Power World is so effective at disrupting the status quo, that is the only reason why they're mad. They got no problems with any other creature capture game as long as those games are ineffective and not popular. The moment you get a game that's effective and popular, now we got a problem. Now we got an issue. They don't want to admit that's the case. You know? Normal, now you've gone too far.
Does not
I know.
Equals stealing.
I know that. I know that. That's what I'm trying to say. You know? Some people would say it's lazy or whatever, but again, it's like, guys, do you know how much content is produced on a daily basis that is inspired by something else? Considering
Wait
the world
until
we live in?
someone catches Ash Ketchum in a Paul world and makes him and Gary slaves on their base.
Bro, they should make a boss inside a Power World that has it's a young boy, right? Young boy, red hat, red vest and everything, right? Blue jeans, white shoes, right? Make him a boss battle and call him Ruby. Call him Ruby, bro. I don't give a... Call him Ruby right now. Make it happen, dude. Make it happen. Instead of Red, call him Ruby. I think that would be great. They'll lose their shit. Guys, listen, at the end of the day, man, here's what it comes down to, all right? There's plenty of players for both. There's plenty of players for both. There's plenty of shills for Pokemon. There's plenty of players for Power World. Obviously, clearly. The shills for Pokemon are angry because Power World is about to surpass their most successful video game. And it's a simple survival craft video game. And that makes them very upset. You can enjoy Pokemon without hating on Power World. You can enjoy Power World without hating on Pokemon. You can enjoy both of them. Or you can hate both of them like Tiger King. It really doesn't matter. You know? At the end of the day, I think what it is that it's people that kind of similar to PlayStation, which we talked about, crabs in a bucket. Remember we talked about crabs in a bucket? When people are stuck in an ecosystem, when people are part of, like their identity is part of like being part of an ecosystem,
Battlefield
they take it
6
personal.
Season 4 drops on the 21st and finally brings naval.
I saw that. They're bringing naval combat. That's awesome. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, Speedy K. When you're stuck in an ecosystem like that and you want other people to be stuck in it too, the moment you see something like Power World that looks similar, even though it's really not. Like when you get down to the gameplay aspects, it's nothing similar. But anyway, it looks similar to these people. When they see something out of their ecosystem that looks similar to what they bought because they bought it in that ecosystem that they know only exists in that ecosystem, when they know that they're stuck there and they see somebody else make something that looks like that they dedicated their fucking time and money to, and it's outside of that ecosystem, well, that's going to piss them off. That's when the crabs in the bucket show up. That's when they're like, no. Pokemon is a Nintendo thing. And it's like, yeah, but it's not Pokemon. But what do you mean? It's a floating whale. Only we can have floating whales. Like, what do you mean? I see a sheep. Only we can have sheep. You know? It's like they start to lose it. Like, what do you mean you have a monkey? Only we can have monkeys.
Megami Tensei, 1987, had monster catching finesse.
True. What do you mean you have a crow with a hat? Only we can have crows with hats. You know? So, again, they start to lose their mind. They start to lose their mind. Bro, it's not that fucking deep and it's not that serious. I agree, it's not that deep and it's not that serious, but there are some Pokemon fans that make it like that. And it really doesn't have to be like that, bro. Both of these games can coexist perfectly fine because they serve two completely different audiences. That's how I view it. You know, if I want to go for like the more creature capture, battle, RPG kind of mechanics, I'll go for Pokemon. If I want to go for survival craft, open world, sandbox experience with creature capturing, I'll go for Power World.
Did I make another counter for Hypno? This should be another clip. Hypnotic Live channel.
Oh my god. It should be, right?
Prepare for discourse and make it 2 times. Jennifer and Jeffrey. We are Association Space Shuttle.
It should be. GDR, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. So again, guys, at the end of the day, man, this is such nonsense, but the spreading of the AI image is especially hilarious because at that point, you're just admitting that this shit is completely felted. Reminds me more of Dragon Quest whales than Pokemon, kind of fitting because many Pokemon are just ripoffs of Dragon Quest monsters anyway. Look at this.
All of these Pokemon fans are simply dirt eaters.
You got to float. Jerome, thank you for the 2. You got a floating whale right here. You going to complain about that? You going to complain about that? No. You want to know why? Because Dragon Quest is not as effective as Power World. That's why. Even though Dragon Quest is huge in Japan especially, still not as effective. And that's really what it's about. So, anyway, that's basically it. Yeah, maybe I'll make that another topic. Fuck it, why not? That was good. Let me like all these supers that came in. Dre, thank you for the 2 again. Odin, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. GDR, thank you for the 5. Speedy Cake with another 5. Thank you, sir. Arepa with a 2. Appreciate you. Yeah, you have a point, actually, Arepa. You have a point. Darius Soto, thank you for the 5. GDR, thank you for the 5. And Jerome, thank you for the 2. Appreciate that. Let me check Rumble really quick. Rumble, you guys alive? Tired King on Rumble. Ubisoft Barcelona staff are spawn of Satan. Bro,
What's
Jesus!
your favorite Gundam? Paul World card look good.
Oh my God. Hold on, Dre. Thank you for the 2. Wait a second. Tiger King, brother. Literally. Oh my God. He said Ubisoft Barcelona staff are the spawn of Satan. Disgusting, subhuman filth. The lightest sentence I think they deserve is life in the gulags.
Holy shit.
Wow. Brother. He's right. He's out of line, but he's right. That's insane, dude. Holy shit. Thank you, Tired King. I appreciate that. Deadeye's Lock.
Not wrong, though.
Yeah, I get it. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Hypno saying Rumble's asleep, but at least we're current Sony sleeping on physical. That's fair. Thank you, Deadeye's Lock. Appreciate that, bro. All right, we're caught up there. Dare Soto, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Dre, thank you for the 2. Favorite Gundam, man? I don't know, man. I mean, like, are you talking like all across the board? I guess you're talking all across the board, right? That would be kind of like what you're talking about. I don't know. Honestly, like I've always said, Freedom Gundam. I have a Freedom Gundam. No, not the 12K Gundam. Jesus Christ, bro. No. I have a Freedom Gundam statue. I really like the Freedom Gundam personally. Yeah, Wing Zero's pretty cool. Hypno G-Wagon. Stop it. Yeah, let's go with the Freedom Gundam. If I had to answer that question on the fly right now, I like that one personally. Mine is GPO2, that nuke launch. Nice. You got a Dare Soto, another one.
Hypno
Let's go.
Love his Sailor Gundam, isn't that right, Sailor Hypno?
What's wrong with you, bro? What's Sailor Gundam? What's wrong with you, bro? Thank you for the 5. Boys, we got to do a waifu battle. Ladies and gentlemen. I think we just barely hit tier 1 right now, I think. But regardless, we got to do a waifu battle. I got a good one, man. It should make some people happy. Boys. Hypnotic, did you hear that Saw and Freddy Krueger movies are now both dealing with the Friday the 13th issue with rights problems? Really? I know, I did not hear that. I'm going to look that up after this. Interesting. I gotta check that out. I did not hear about that. Huh. T-Jab says we're 149.17 away from tier 2. Let's go. We ready? Are we ready, boys? Kirakami says, I remember when Hypno was about to have a new tier 2 that was a Gundam, like Avatar. Yeah, so the problem is that, like I said before, is that the artist that I used to do the models said that was too complicated. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen what Leaflet is doing, but Leaflet ended up putting out some crazy, like, bro, if Leaflet ends up succeeding in what she's trying to do, and I saw a snippet of it, if she ends up succeeding in what she's trying to do, this is going to be a game changer, boys. This is actually going to be a game changer.
Hello, everybody.
Let me show you.
Leaflet here. People were asking if I can make monster characters with this. As you can
Look at
see, you
this.
can make
Hold on, wait.
all sorts of really crazy stuff with this thing. So yeah. Anyway, this is going to be the tutorial video for how to make how to do the whole thing. The program is now out. If you were wondering, if you saw the last video, which explains the creation aspect,
Watch this.
go ahead and with it you can rock.
Let me go forward. Watch this.
Faces.
Watch this. When she brings the model, look, watch.
The port is okay because it might be 3001.
Watch
if
this. Wait.
3000 is in use. But just copy this, and you're going to want to open up your OBS, and you're going to add a browser source. The URL is going to be this URL here. The width is going to be 1280,
Watch
and your
this.
height is going to be
Watch.
720.
It's gonna blow your mind.
That hit refresh cache of page, and the character should pop up. And it's, you know, you can switch your models here.
Wow.
Okay, so once we have that and it's all connected, you can see here there's a asset status. This tells you what you have connected, and you can see that I have no typing animation, no eyes closed. So that's why when I close my eyes,
Defeated the Iron Wayfarer.
blink out like that. So just make sure that what you can do is if you don't want an eyes closed,
but it gets
animation,
crazier.
just
I see Hypno
copy
has
the
a
neutral
women of
idle
culture.
and put it into eyes closed.
It gets crazier. Watch this.
Basically,
Watch
you're gonna
this.
have,
Watch
like,
this.
a
Hold
big
on.
blocky background if you do that.
Watch this.
PNGs are still pretty useful. I use them a lot for still things. So, like, for instance, with the transmute wall. This wall is actually a PNG. That way I don't really have to and then, you know, that I didn't really need motion, so it's just straight PNG. Now, as far as emotes, so you can see that it actually does track when you speak. So when you want the animation for
Brother, do you guys have any clue what's possible if I get my hands on this, bro? Do you have any fucking idea, bro? Can I do that? Well, the program's out, so I gotta experiment with it. I don't what do you call it? I haven't used it. But that is crazy. And I've been saying, I know it's free. I've been saying for the longest time, I was like, dude, if it ever gets to the point where AI is able to make VTube models, I'm gonna have a field day. Because my show has upgraded massively thanks to AI. Because one of the biggest hurdles around doing VTube kind of content is that dealing with the artists is the worst. They're always super slow. A lot of them sometimes don't take direction that well at the beginning. So you have to go back and forth, back and forth.
Palpatine always said unlimited power.
So after a certain point, it's like it's like I'm waiting 60 days, 70 days. This avatar I'm using right now, I had to wait 50 days to get. And even then, there were some issues with it that I had to flesh out and whatnot. So if I could just do it all myself, that would, bro, oh my God.
Giga Hypno.
It would be, yes. Giga Hypno would be a thing. I would be doing all kinds of shit. Because I could bring my tier 2 idea to life or tier 3 idea to life. Because I originally wanted to do a Gundam avatar where I would transform into a Gundam version of myself. But the artist told me that was too complicated to do. So I never got to do it. Like, I had the idea. I was ready to pay crazy money. I was going to pay like $3,000 for it.
Himself coming out closet.
Oh, stop it. I was gonna thank you for the 2. I was gonna pay like $3,000 for it. But then the artist was like, no, unfortunately can't do it. It's too complicated to do it. This shit though looks insane. Wait, watch. There's more. Hold on, really quick.
Idling. And for speaking. And you can see like it has a little bit of a blur on the pop. That's for the transition duration, and that's basically to make it a little bit smoother. All right. Anyway, you can see that it does track my emotions. So when I smile, it changes the animations as well.
It is a little glitchy,
the
and that's okay.
Animations when I frown.
This is gonna be insane.
Does that as well.
Once she irons this out, it's gonna be. What the fuck? Hold on.
The speaking animations when I frown.
Wait, you could change outfits too?
Does that as well. And you could do like shocked.
Wow.
Which does that as well. One thing you can do that I think is really cool is for eyes closed, you can instead
Does
make
that mean
it.
Hypno
And I did
will
this
get
for
a
my
skirt?
No.
this model here, where if I close my eyes, it actually does a face palm, which is like really great for way that you can do it, because you would close your eyes when you face palm in real life. So anyway,
Wow.
I'll go back to the default model here, and then so,
Watch this.
and then it will stay with the wall in, which is whatever the idle is. So again, it can be an animation, it can be a PNG, it's whatever you want it to be, and then it will just stay there until you click it again, which will play the outro to reset back to the basic state. Again, very easy to use. Now, some animations can have sub animations. So, for instance, we use this one right here to pull out the sword, and that opens up the menu, which adds a sub animation. And if you want to, you can I would just look at the query model files. You can see it all in there, like how it works. I just left it in there exactly as how I have it. I don't have a speaking animation rigged to this, but you can. So I'll show you an example of that.
All right, well, you see the point. You see the point. She's doing insane work. So I'm going to be following that. I'm going to be following that heavily. And if I am able to make something happen, maybe I'll talk to her. I don't know. Maybe she can give me some like tips or whatever. But yeah, it's insane what she's doing.
Our little slime is growing to a bigger slime. I'm so proud of her.
And the sad, you know what's sad about that? Link to the video. This is on her Twitter page. Here, I'll put it here. I gotta step my game up. What are you talking about? I gotta step my game up. What are you talking about? I've evolved this show drastically since its first inception. The only thing I gotta update now is the avatar, but that shit costs a lot of money and a lot of time. I was still willing to do it, but they don't want to do it the way I want it done. So I'm at the mercy of the people who do the stuff. But I'm still, you know, I'm always looking. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna be following this big time. I'm gonna follow it big time. And the sad thing is that she's getting a lot of hate. She's getting a lot of hate from the VTuber crowd, like the actual real VTuber crowd. You know, I don't consider myself part of the VTuber crowd because I'm just not. Like there's an actual like real VTuber crowd. They're hating on her because, you know, they're very anti-AI. They're very like lefty, whatever, anti-AI and all that stuff. So they consider what she's doing to be terrible because they're like, oh, you're gonna put so many artists and so many rigging people out of a job and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, seriously? Do you know like what insane levels of technology this woman is showcasing here right now? Like what she's capable of doing? This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah, it's a typical Twitter police. It's the Twitter police, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is. You don't care for the plight of your people. I'm not part of the VTuber crowd, bro. I don't use a voice changer to pretend like I'm something I'm not. Like I'm good. I'm good. You got people out here that are using voice changers going ooh woo and all this shit. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Am I an AI tuber? Not yet, but with this program, I definitely could be. I definitely could be. So yeah, we'll see. I'm following it though. I'll probably reach out there and see what kind of information she could give on that, you know? You are a VTuber? Okay, so let me explain one last time. I am a VTuber, as in like definitionally a VTuber. I am not part of the VTuber community. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not part of like that community. Even though I use the VTuber model, I'm not part of that community because that community is out there, let's just say. They also don't cover the same things I cover too a lot of the time. So that's what it is. I'm a VTuber hobo. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Sailor Hypnotic now? No. Yeah, you know what? Call me Bigatuber. Yeah, that's fine. Bigatuber's fine. All right, boys. Listen, Waifu Battle. We got to do the Waifu Battles. Have some fun. Let's close out the stream, guys. Thank you so much for the insane support. No gaming stream today.
And the people
or
who
tonight.
hate this but doesn't realize this can help the artist to make them more easier for their work and easier for them.
That's true. If somebody really mastered it, if somebody really mastered it, they could do a lot with this. But the main thing is a lot of VTubers have to act like far lefties to retain their audiences. Yeah, that's true. Tiamat, that's true. That's true. They end up garnering like super lefty audiences, and with lefty audiences, you cannot, not even one time, say anything that goes against the grain. You can't do it. The moment you do it, you lose your audience. They're trying to cancel you and they're trying to kill you. That's kind of how it goes, you know? That's why, like, here, like, I constantly disagree with people. And we also agree with a lot of things too, but realistically, I try to keep it as like healthy as possible. And if I disagree with my audience, I'll tell them. I have no problems telling them. I've done it before multiple times. I've had people leave my channel because I disagreed with them one time. And they gave me the whole schmeal about like the whole airplane speech, right? Like, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to leave because you offended me with this disagreement. And I'm like, okay. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to do with that information? Do you want me to cry? I supported you. Yeah. So do other people. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, actually. But just because you support me, it doesn't mean that you own me. If you think that's going to happen, you're going to realize really quick how disappointed you're going to be. You know? And people get mad. People get mad when you say that. It's like, bro, I'm not... What do you want me to say? I don't understand. Do you want me to lose my mind over it? Your mind is made up. Your decision is made up. When are you leaving? That's you know, and then they're like, oh, so you really don't care? Like, brother, are you an ex-girlfriend?
Oh, Hypno, when you
get like...
this technology that means you can have Chewbacca on your shoulder, is it
all
right, Chewie?
All right. No, Chewbacca's not going to be anywhere near my avatar. It's not going to happen whatsoever, you know? Whatsoever. Tinfoil Hater says, show your face. Why don't you show your face? What would showing my face do for you? Out of curiosity, what would that do? I always wondered what that meant for people. Because there's people that are really weird like that on the internet. They're like, show your face. So what would that actually do for you? How would that provide you with anything? What would that do? Would that make you happy?
I wonder if anyone learned the lessons that we are in recession and some of us had enough the companies treating us. Me, it's a long time.
Exactly, Camchi. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really don't get that. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, do you really want to see do you want to see my beard? Do you want to see my gray hairs? Do you want to touch them? I could actually rub it on the I could rub it on the microphone for you if you really want to make it awkward. I could do it. You want me to do it? I have a pretty nice goatee, fairly gray, partially gray. I could just rub it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Wait, give me a second. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Hold on. Wait. How do these fucking whores do it? Hold on. Can you hear that? There you go. Can you hear that? Do you hear that? You can't hear that? Fuck. It's because
also $3,000 and still can't do it.
My microphone's not set up for this. Hold on.
They want your face to target and harass you, Earl.
Fuck, man. My beard is... You know why? It's because my microphone's not set up like the ethos.
The greatest inventions in the history of mankind came from disagreement. The simple you'll never be able to do that lead to phenomenal discoveries.
Fair.
Way we can touch your bird, sniff, sniff.
Try shaving? I'm not going to shave. I'm not a fucking little boy. What are you talking about, shave? What's that shaving nonsense? What are you talking about? You just sounded like you took a shit. Jesus. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Are you okay?
Hypno is an old man, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Yes. I've said that like a million times. People don't listen to me. The day you show your face will be historical. Why? Why? Like, why exactly? Like, people are so weird online. I don't understand the I don't understand the obsession. You know, like every time I watch YouTube videos from people that don't show their face, it could be like sometimes, a lot of times I'll watch videos from what the fuck are they called again? Oh my god. Like I'll watch like documentary videos. I'll watch like crime videos, for like, crime videos and whatnot. Like I'll watch that, like crime documentaries and stuff like that. You know, these people that basically have the super deep voice, you know, that they're faking and stuff, and like I'll watch all that stuff. I never once think to myself, oh gee, I wish they would show their face so I could see what they look like. What the fuck? I have never cared about that. Why do people care about that? Why do you act like if I ever saw a VTuber, it has never once ever in my mind crossed my mind that I want to see what they look like. What the fuck do I care, brother? Like, what am I gonna see these people in real life? Am I gonna go like make friends or something? Like, what the fuck do I care, dude? That's the weirdest shit. And then people are like, oh, it'll be historic. No, it's not. You're gonna be so fucking bored by it after a week. It's gonna become old news.
Is as old as Alex.
It's gonna become old news, and then people will move on. It's like I never understood the internet like that. So again, it's like, do you want to get real awkward with it? Like I could just rub my beard on the microphone. I'll try to get every gray hair on it mixed with my black. You know what I mean? Like we could get an ASMR stream set up. You know what I mean? Like we could definitely do that. Or maybe we could just grow the fuck up and realize that is some of the weirdest shit you could ever ask someone on the internet.
We all know you're a 1,000-year-old Chinese woman. BTW,
Wow.
Happy birthday, Monotic.
Wow.
Glad you found your moo in this joyous day.
Wow.
Now don't look outside. I posted ice outside your house.
Oh my fucking god, bro. What is that, dude?
Hypno is as old as Bill Clinton.
People prefer the human connection. It's not weird. It is weird. It absolutely is weird. 100% is weird. To go online on the internet and try to gain human connection with someone who you're never going to meet is weird. It's weird. Like, it's different if you're looking for... Jesus Christ, Chewy. Cállate. It's different if you're looking for authenticity. If you're looking for authenticity, that's fine. There's a difference between looking for authenticity and looking for a connection. So that's why I'm saying, like, that's where it gets weird, right? I don't give a fuck about someone's face. All I care about is the authenticity of their content. That's what I care about. Your face doesn't mean a fucking thing for me. What do I care? Am I going to FaceTime you every day? Am I going to call you every day? Are you going to send me pictures like, the fuck do I care? It's weird. I don't care about any of that. You know? The authenticity is all I care about. And honestly, I think it's harder to garner an audience, being faceless than it is with a face. You know, it's got pros and cons, to be honest with you.
Face reveal are dumb. I watch for the content.
Oh shit. He said, we've seen your panel show. We know you don't care about faces. Oh my god, bro. Wow. 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 That's insane, bro. Don't talk about Wizard like that. Holy shit. It's not. There's differences of live action and cartoons. Just be okay with it. I don't know what you're
Please tell
referencing.
us you at least have a normal size head rather than a Hassan size one. Deo.
Sniff, sniff. Did someone say head?
I don't know. I think
someone was.
I think I got a. Are you having a stroke?
Head. Did someone's. Takes a sniff and something and said.
Oh my god, Biden, go to sleep, bro. Go to fucking sleep, brother. Wow. What the fuck was that? That's normal for Biden? Yeah, well, you kind of got a point there. You kind of got a point there. Anyway, so I don't know. I just think that it's pretty weird. So, because again, my sole purpose, my sole job is I enjoy talking about video games. That's what I like. I have a lot of fun doing that. I'm not trying to make personal connections or anything like that. I think you guys are amazing. I think you guys are awesome, and I enjoy entertaining you every day. That's what I like to do, you know. And I do like hearing every now and then about what you guys are doing. But again, realistically, like, I'm not coming over. I'm not like, I always think there's a point where it goes too far. You know what I'm saying? It goes too far. And even though there's very few people that ever take it that far, I'm talking like 0.1%. It's still weird whenever it like actually happens, you know? It's kind of just like, so what do you actually like, what is that going to do for you? How is that going to change your life? You know, because I would guarantee you, if you did see it and you realize how unbelievably normal it is, you're going to be very bored with it within a couple of days. And then you're going to move on. And you're going to look for the next VTuber to try to like unmask or something like that. You know, it's a very weird obsession. And it changes absolutely nothing at the end of the day.
We still get to touch your bird, right?
Yeah, you could touch my beard, Trey. It's all good. You could do that. That's what it's meant for. That's what it's meant for, you know? So anyway, Waifu Battle. Let's go. Gentlemen, we got ourselves an interesting one today, boys, and it's not my beautiful face on the screen right now. It's not my beautiful face on the screen, boys. We got none other than Fearin versus the Dark Magician Girl, boys. That's right. Fearin versus the Dark Magician Girl is on the screen for today. And that should be a pretty interesting battle overall. Should be a little bit of a harder choice than people probably think, to be honest with you. So listen, I'm going to catch up on some Rumble Supers that came in, and then we're going to get right into the waifu battle. But you guys already know, the name's got to be first. You got to put the name first in order for it to count on either waifu. We'll play the song twice, and then we'll move on after that. We'll move on after that, boys. All right, let me catch up on Rumble really quick. Deadeye's Lock said, Tuxedo Hypno by the cosmic hypno energy of chaos. I will
Dark
punish
Magician
you.
Girl.
That's odd. That's
Joker,
odd.
Fuck your rules.
Gray the Merchant.
Had to test it for Joker.
Gray the Merchant. Shout out to Gray the Merchant. Oh my god.
I won't tickle your beard.
Oh my god, bro. Well, at least GDR is actually here this time. Gray the Merchant says, hey all, hope everyone's having a great day. Baby's growing very well. Let's go. Like rapidly well. Enjoying the time I have before the baby grows to be the little devil to the wife. Beard Squad. Let's fucking go, bro. Congratulations on the new baby too, by the way. That's awesome, dude. Shout out to you, my man. And then he says he made ground chicken mozzarella stick. Shit hits hard. Put your spices in the chicken using grated Parmesan cheese as part of the coating after you cover the cheese stick with that ground chicken. And then he says, yum. That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking do it, boys. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 for Dark Magician Girl. Crash Collins with a 5 for Fearin. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. First, they want to know how I look. Then they're like, how old are you? Look at this. It's getting weird, boy. It's getting weird. We got Dark Magician Girl. Mr. Melancholy for a 2. Trey Burkhalter with a 5. Saying, fuck your rules. Because that's usually what he says. That's usually what he says. Then we got GDR. $100. God damn.
I do like sorceresses,
God
though.
damn.
And unicorn games. I look forward to the transformation to the Hypno Gundam Tier 3.
Oh my god. It would be amazing. If I could pull it off, it would be amazing. GDR $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger for Fearin, not wasting any time. Wasting no time, dropping a Red Boy, felting Dark Magician Girl. I don't know, we're gonna see. Ron DFK with the 5 for Fearin, let's go.
Dark Magician Girl. DPS, not into tiny grandmas.
Sniff, sniff.
Wow. Bro, you're gonna have... He's having a stroke. Why'd you do that? Oh my god, dude, he's having a stroke. Violety Wolf. Why'd you do...
Zoltric.
Why'd you do that? Oh my god. Thank you for the 10 for Dark Magician Girl. Damaj and I with a 2 for Fearin. Let's go. Tier 2 has been hit, boys. Tier 2 has been hit. Let's go. Holy shit. Thank you, Damaj and I. Appreciate you, brother. Bro, Biden had a stroke twice. Twice, dude. Holy shit. All right, boys. You thought this would be a tougher battle? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Are we ready for round 2? I'm ready for round 2. Round 1 was very much in the favor for Fearin. I can't say I'm very surprised, but come on, man. It's Dark Magician Girl. What are we doing? What are we doing? There's got to be somebody out there who's a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Somebody out there's got to be a super Yu-Gi-Oh fan. What's going on, man? Democulus says, I think GDR scared people. Oh, probably. Probably. But we'll see what happens. We still got another round. It's fine. It's fine. I forgot to heart some of these super chats. Let me do that really quick. Appreciate you guys' support, as always, every day. I hope you enjoy the show for what it is. If you're looking for your next lover or your next boyfriend, I can't be that. But I could definitely be an entertainer. That's what I could be. That's all I try to be. Damn, everybody's quiet, man. Holy shit. This is scary. No Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there? That's it? She's done? She's fucked? She's fucked? I don't know, man. I thought Dark Magician Girl would fight a little bit harder than this.
GDR is a bitch and want up that total by $300. Or the stream ends.
Yo, Trey's calling out GDR. Trey is calling out GDR. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Dark Magician Girl.
Alucard with a 2-banger. Let's go, Alucard. Thank you for that.
Screw you, Biotof. Keep your Crunchyroll BS to yourself.
Oh.
I am going to own this battle.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Trey called out GDR, and GDR then tries to felt Wolf? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Oh my god. I guess because Wolf called Freerin a grandma. Okay. A tiny grandma. I guess that makes sense. GDR with another $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger right before the final countdown. Guys, are we ready? Are we ready for the final countdown? Here we go. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness, boys. GDR, Alucard dropping that 5 at the very end. I appreciate that. GDR dropping a Red Boy $100 Hyper Banger again for Freerin. He is not playing around whatsoever. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. And then Deadeye's Lock with a 5 over on Rumble for Dark Magician Girl, saying he activates Swords of Revealing Light on GDR. Bro. This is insane. We really don't need to wait to see who won this because it's pretty obvious who won this. So TJAP is more than welcome to throw up the numbers on the screen. But, I mean, realistically, I think I just got into the gifted game. Yep. Another gifted game. We could just get right into it, boys, because I'm sure we all know who the winner is. So the winner of today's Waifu Battle is going to be none other than the one and the only Freerin, ladies and gentlemen, man. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? He's been asking for her for like, I don't know, 3 months? Maybe longer? Something like that. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. Let the coping and seething commence, boys.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's it, boys.
I resend my comment about GDR, but he's still like Times Grandmas?
Times Grandmas. Oh my god, bro. Trey, he already answered your call last time and at the same breath decided to go after GDR with it as well. Look at this felting, bro. Freerin at $314.50. Dark Magician Girl at $23.50. Well, at least she's not banned.
They are both petite elf girls. The superior one won.
That's why I thought it would be a good matchup. I figured they would be a good matchup, but I guess not. I guess not. Thank you, GDR, for the 5. Again, appreciate it. We're gonna play some clips on the way out for GDR, guys. But thank you so much for supporting the stream today. I greatly appreciate it, guys. And again, keep in mind, when it comes to the gaming stream tonight, there will be no gaming stream tonight. But one important thing is that there is going to be different gaming streams tomorrow because there's no co-op. Because Wizard and Leon are both at the Southeast Game Exchange. So we're not going to be doing any co-op streams with them, obviously. So we might play some more Power World and Assassin's Creed. I got to decide which one's which. But I'll figure that out. Let's also do the gifted games really quick. Let's do gifted games because I know I got a couple. And then we will head out for the evening, guys. I hope you all had a lot of fun. Will I be back tomorrow? Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with my brand new ASMR setup so that people that are looking for a little bit more can subscribe to my OnlyFans. And that way they could get a little bit more and live out their parasocial dreams. We got No Hearts Left. No Hearts Left gifting Hotel Renovator. Here you go, BBL. What the fuck is BBL Nautic, bro? No, this shit gotta stop, bro. You got Sailor Nautic, you got Moon Nautic, you got BBL Nautic. I saw somebody put fucking DSL Nautic in there or something like that. Bro, this gotta stop. This shit gotta stop, man. What are we doing? Come on, what did I do to deserve this? Your character in Power World is a Tibu version of Geralt of Rivia with the downs? With the downs?
Holy shit.
With the downs, bro? Oh my god, man. Thank you for Hotel Renovator. I appreciate that very much. I feel like there's like a Hispanic joke in here somewhere. Thank you, sir. And No Hearts Left. I would vote for Dark Magician Girl, but I have to take other things. Make sure you give fake wizards the Glock 3000 while Leon is in it. The what? You mean the Gluck? What the what? Bro, what? What's wrong with you? No Hearts Left gifted Villagers. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. No Hearts Left lost his mind. He's lost his mind, boys. I don't know. I think it's gone. Pretty sure it's gone. All right, boys. Are we ready to end the stream? This person be trolling. Oh, yeah, he be trolling. We love No Hearts Left, though. And guess what? I don't have to see his face in order to love him. Shout out to No Hearts Left. Guys, thank you so much for everything. Sincerely, I appreciate it. I hope all of you had a fantastic time today. Honestly, tomorrow, videos. Guys, please support the videos. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it a long view duration, watch it in the background. Doesn't matter to me, whatever the case may be. Check out the videos tomorrow, 10 a.m. on the main channel, Eastern, and then obviously 1 and 3 on the Hypnotic Gaming live channel, and then the gaming content. We'll do some more Power World tomorrow, and we'll do some more Assassin's Creed tomorrow. I'm not sure which one's going to be first. Most likely Assassin's Creed will be first since we did Power World earlier today. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for all the donations, all the comments and everything, for the great conversations. And, of course, shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you very, very much. And I'll see every single one of you on the next one. Until then, you guys already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. We're going to end with 3 clips for GDR's $300 Red Boys, man. Let's end it on the right note. And let's get it going. Shout out to you guys. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
the last one. This is the last one.
I hypnotic, cha-cha-cha, hypno, yes, big, strong, beefy man. He's got that pussy ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
He gay as hell.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it in, don't put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.